After falling last week to the Great Bend Panthers, Hayes High returns home for their senior day game in search of their 5th win of the season against the Liberal Redskins in the regular season finale. And with that, we welcome you in on this beautiful October evening at Lewis Field Stadium along with our entire Tribe Broadcasting Network crew. I'm Hank Corsair. And last week when we talked with head coach Tony Crow, he said that regardless of the outcome of that Great Bend game, it doesn't ruin the season. Well, tonight we'll see if Hayes High puts that behind them to get a win on senior night. And even though that loss put an end to the Indians' streak of WAC championships, there's still a lot to fight for, such as a 5th straight 5-win season and a playoff game in Hayes next week as a top 8 seed. But if anyone remembers what happened down in Liberal during Week 7 last season, you would know that Liberal will be entering this game looking to get revenge as the Indians' overtime win over the Redskins last year put an end to Liberal's shot at a WAC championship. And although Liberal lost many key pieces from that squad last season, they do return a lot of experience this year. And so far this season, a lot of their young guys have started to work into their system well as they are currently 5-2 and looking to keep their winning ways going. But either way, tonight will be another great game between these two teams as this will be the 48th all-time meeting between the two squads. And Hayes High will be in search of win number 5 as they honor their senior class tonight, which, as I speak, they're currently doing right now. And they'll try to send them into the playoffs with a top 8 spot and a win to conclude the regular season. And when we come back, we will talk about the matchup tonight, the senior class, and much more as we'll have head coach Tony Crow on for our pregame coaches interview. And then after that, we'll take a look at some games going on around the states, especially in the 5A West, which could determine a lot of seeding. And then after that, we'll run down each team and have starting lineups. So we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello everyone, it's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention to all you Hayes High basketball fans. The season is about to tip off, and we need you back in the stands cheering for our Hayes High Indians. As we hit the hardwood, we have some exciting games at home in December. Go ahead and mark your calendars for the Hayes City Shootout, where our varsity squad will face a competition right here at home. First on December 5th and 6th at 3 p.m., and then on December 7th as our finale at 10 a.m. But that's not all. The excitement continues on December 13th as the Hayes High Indians take on Junction City at 4:15 p.m. Let's pack the stands, show our school spirit, and bring support to our team as the season starts strong. Be there, bring your energy, and let's make this season unforgettable. Go Indians!
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into this week's edition of the Pregame Coaches Interview, and I'm joined by Hayes High head coach Tony Crow. And Coach, tonight you get your senior day game against Liberal, and you're coming off of a loss against your rival Great Bend, but you said in last week's interview that no matter what the result of that game was, it doesn't ruin or define the season. So do you still think that your team has responded well this week in practice after such a tough loss?
We do. We think it's been a good week. The last couple times we've played really good opponents, undefeated state-ranked opponents in Manhattan and Derby. The next week we've come out and played really well, got refocused, fixed things. Sometimes the losses help you more than the wins, even though we definitely need some wins for a playoff seeding. But we don't ever want to lose, the way we did to a rival like that. But we think that we're going to be better because of it.
And one of the struggles in that game was completing drives in the red zone. Was there something that the Panthers were doing that was effective for them in that part of the field, or do you think most of it was self-inflicted mistakes?
Both. They were playing us the same way the whole length of the field, playing basically a goal line defense the whole length of the field to stop our run game, and did a good job of it. And then when you get constricted down the red zone, sometimes it just makes it tougher to score, and we got to be a little bit more creative. So that's on us. But at the same time, we had plays down there, and we just didn't execute. We dropped 2 touchdown passes, in the red zone, which were going to be tough catches, but we dropped them. We got down the 1 yard line. Quarterback's helmet popped off. Had to pull him out, so we couldn't quarterback sneak. And Ian Premer had about 3 stops down there that blocked a field goal and just took points off the board. So they were really tough in the red zone. We didn't execute very well down there. It was a little bit of both.
With Liberal's offense tonight, you're facing a freshman quarterback in Tevin Cotter, who has put up good numbers for a first-year quarterback, mostly because of his offensive line, and he also has targets that he can hand the ball off to and throw it to as well. So what's the approach tonight for facing such a young player who can get help from his teammates?
Yeah, their run game's the key. We got to slow down the run game and make Cotter throw it, make the freshman quarterback throw it. He can throw it, but he's a freshman, and I don't know how many pressure situations he's been like in this. Not enough of them. So we got to make him. The focal point of their offense, not their run game. If they can run it, we're going to be in for a long night. So we're going to have to slow that down first.
Liberal also has a lot of experience and size up front on defense. So do you plan on opening up the passing game a little more tonight?
We're going to try. It's not our strength, so we have to make sure we're hanging our hat on our strength as well. And we threw it. I think we ended up throwing it 25 times against Great Bend, and there's some penalties in there, so I think it only ended up being 17 or 18 attempts on the stat sheet. But we that's about where we want to be, is about 20 passes. 15 to 20. We don't want to be in the 25, 30. That's not usually going to equal success for us. So, yeah, we've got to, again, we dropped 2 touchdown passes. We missed a wide open post route for a touchdown. We had our chances to make plays in the pass game versus Great Bend, and we just didn't get it done. So I don't know if we'll pass it anymore. We just need to be better at it when we do it.
And it's senior night tonight, and in any high school sport, you want to go out and get one last win on your home field. So what do you feel like the emotions will be tonight with the talented group that you have that could potentially get a 5th straight 5-win season?
Yeah, it's going to be, senior night's always special to those boys, and you feel like it's always a little boost in the arm for everybody else to try to win one for those guys. We're hoping it won't be our last game. We're hoping it's not our last home game, but there's potential it could be our last home game. So we want to make sure that last chance these guys get to be in front of the home crowd, we can get a win for them. And they've just meant a lot to our program, just coming through all the way through 6th grade since we've been here, and we just really want to be able to put them out on top.
And my final question is similar to the last one with it being senior night. Like you said, this group is one of the few classes you've had since they were in 7th grade at HMS. So could you take a second and explain what each player has meant to you and the team?
Yeah, I mean, again, they just, like you said, it's a group that when I got here, they were 6th graders. A couple of them have been ball boying for us ever since, and and just been on the field a lot, and just running down through it. Johnny Cano has been a great playmaker for us, and someone that's been a spark for us athletically anytime we need him, and just a good 3-sport program kid. Ian McGuire, came over from Ellis and has been a kid that provided depth for us and has been able to make plays, and really has kind of come out of his shell personality-wise and been a guy that the team rallies around. Braden Meckel's been a tough workhorse for us that really does anything we ask him to do, and program kid that switched positions a couple times and landed at receiver and has done a great job there. And Cooper Lindenmeyer has been a leader for us, in the back half of our defense the last couple of years. But just he's a guy that kind of leads, just by example and shows everybody what to do and never gets too high, never gets too low. It's just been a great player for us. Carter Graham, obviously, has been our quarterback and done good things for us. Carter was a ball boy for us ever since 6th grade, and with him and Dalton Myers, who we'll talk about here in a little bit, is those two have been on the sideline for more Hayes High football games than anyone except for 3 coaches on our staff. And so, I mean, they've been around a lot, and Carter's done a great job being a good leader and a good kid for us. And Cam Jones has got out in the secondary, made a lot of plays, and been a good athlete for us. And it's really grown into a kid that we didn't know that we're going to be able to count on, to a kid that we love and has become a leader and leads our prayer for us for the game. Brock Homeyer came over from Russell and added some depth for us, and been a kid that's helped us at receiver and been able to help us there with some depth. And Dalton Myers, who I talked about, leader on the defense, defensive player of the year last year, and another kid that's just been around since birth. All of his brothers came through here, and so he lives and bleeds Hayes High football and has been with us and seen more games than anyone but me, probably, or probably more than me as well. Tage Cass, another one that came over from Ellis, has just provided depth and really has been grown into his personality on our team, and we've loved watching Tage grow into a good young man. And Wyatt Kirkpatrick, the emotional leader of the team. Wyatt's the guy that provides they call him Beast because he provides a spark for every game, and he's the emotions, and he's the one that sets it loose and obviously makes tons of plays. And such a great player and a kid that has been someone that they've all rallied around emotionally throughout. Jack Zeller back providing depth on the defensive line, and Jack was a guy that battled through injury last year and has provided a lot of depth when he on the D line and got bigger and really has been able to help us there. Slade Salmon's been a two-way guy for us, mostly one way this year, but Slade's probably the most talented guy in this class, and what he's been able to do to help on both sides of the ball and help be a leader on our offensive line has been important. And Will Clark, who came out this year and really helped us, with some depth on the O-line and D-line, and great kid that I think if we'd have got it, a couple years earlier, would be playing for us a lot as well. But just altogether, great group of kids that really stands for all the right things we want with Indian football, and all good character kids. There's only 13 of them. They only started with about 20, and it's been a small group all along, but mighty as well with their small numbers.
And that'll do it for this week's edition of the Pregame Coaches Interview. Coach, thanks for your time and good luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That was head coach Tony Crow with the Pregame Coaches Interview, and when we come back, we will take a look at the games going on around the 5A West, and we will also take a look at Hayes High and Liberal for tonight's matchup when we come back. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Attention to all you Hayes High basketball fans. The season is about to tip off, and we need you back in the stands cheering for our Hayes High Indians. As we hit the hardwood, we have some exciting games at home in December. Go ahead and mark your calendars for the Hayes City Shootout, where our varsity squad will face a competition right here at home. First on December 5th and 6th at 3 p.m., and then on December 7th as our finale at 10 a.m. But that's not all. The excitement continues on December 13th as the Hayes High Indians take on Junction City at 4:15 p.m. Let's pack the stands, show our school spirit, and bring support to our team as the season starts strong. Be there, bring your energy, and let's make this season unforgettable. Go Indians!
Back here at Lewis Field Stadium on the pregame show as Hayes High gets set for their senior day matchup against Liberal, and now we're going to take a look at some of the games that will be happening around the state tonight. Starting off in the WAC, Great Bend is on the road against Garden City. The Panthers, if they can get a win tonight, it'll be their first undefeated regular season since 1978. Meanwhile, Garden City's kind of got their backs against the wall because if they lose tonight, it'll be their first season going winless against the WAC since 1987. Dodge City is on the road against Wichita East. Dodge City been a sneakily good team this year as they are currently top 6 in the 6A West, and Wichita East is a dangerous team for them to face. 5-2 on the year with a 4-game win streak. And these next 4 are probably the most notable games for Hayes High. Andover Central playing at Andover. The Jaguars are 6-4 against Andover in the last 10 matchups, and with Andover's 4-3 record and them entering as the underdog, if they lose that game, it's likely Hayes High could face off against them in a 7-10 matchup or an 8-9 matchup. Next up, TMP is on the road against Plainville tonight. That one could determine what date Hayes High would play their game if they get a home game, whether it's Thursday or Friday, because the winner of that game will host a home game, as they're both 5-2. And now Goddard is on the road tonight against Salina Central. The Lions on a 6-1 on the year on a 5-game win streak. Meanwhile, the Mustangs trying to finish with 4 regular season wins for the 4th straight season. Bishop Carroll's hosting Derby tonight. Derby's 7-0 still on the year, outscoring their opponents 371-37. And they actually have not allowed more than 7 points in any game this season. Meanwhile, for Bishop Carroll, they are 2-5 on the year, trying to get one more win, as they haven't had less than 3 wins in a season since 1992. Topeka Siemens at home against DeSoto. Both teams are 6-1, and both are number 2 in their respective districts, as Siemens in the 5A West and DeSoto's in the 5A East. Wichita Northwest is on the road against Eisenhower, as Eisenhower enters at 6-1 after their first loss last week against Andover Central by a score of 27-26. The Grizzlies need to be ready for that one, especially because they haven't lost to a non-6A opponent since Bishop Carroll in 2022. Mays South is at home tonight against Hutchinson. Mays South got off to a 5-0 start, but have lost their last 2 games against their rival Mays and Derby. Hutchinson, when they want to go out and get a win, they're a team that proves it. All 5 of their wins this season have been shutouts, and both teams are 5-2 entering that game. Also, Valley Center at home tonight against Hayesville Campus. Hayesville's in search of their first win, and Valley Center is looking to reach the 2-win mark, which they've done every year, or the last time that they finished with less than 2 wins in a season was 2013. Newton's at home tonight against Arkansas City. Newton's still in their first win, but they did beat Arkansas City last year 26-0. Salina South looking to get their first win, or they got their first win last week at Hayesville Campus, and they're on the road tonight against a Mays team that is 0-4, or started 0-4 and is now on a 3-game win streak. Topeka West is at home against KC Piper. West 1-6 on the year, and Piper started 0-5, and they're on a 2-game win streak. And rounding out the 5A West, Emporia still in search of their first win, trying to end a 17-game losing streak that dates back to 2022. They are at home against Junction City. And that's our look at the 5A West for tonight's game. And now we're going to run down each team real quickly. Hayes High is at, like we said, 4-3 and saw their 3-game win streak end last week against Great Bend, in which the Panthers emerged victorious 21-0. It was a defensive battle in the first quarter as neither team scored, and Great Bend almost did so, but Hayes High's Wyatt Kirkpatrick was able to recover a fumble. And it wasn't until the second quarter that Great Bend completed a 25-yard pass to get the first score in the game after a deep punt return. After that, the struggles inside the red zone, which we talked about on the pregame show for Hayes High, began, which was where they returned the Panthers' kickoff to the 40-yard line and had it 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. And they were unable to score as Great Bend went into the half with a 7-0 lead. Then at the start of the half, Hayes High would enter the red zone again all the way down to the 6-yard line, and they missed a field goal. And then Great Bend had 2 big run plays from 49 and 63 yards in the remainder of the second half and held off the Indians to win 21-0. Hayes High had some key moments, such as Holden Lynn rushing for 145 of the team's 260 total yards, and the defense picked up 4 sacks and 9 tackles behind the line of scrimmage, but it ultimately wasn't enough. But like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, the best thing the Indians can do now is put all that behind them and get the win to guarantee a home game for the first round of the playoffs. A lot of the predictions are saying Hayes High could get the 7 seed and face off against Salina Central here at Lewis Field. Now we'll take a look at Liberal. The Redskins enter tonight's game with a record of 5-2 after a win over Ulysses last week by a score of 53-6. It was a game where Liberal was able to do whatever they wanted and control the game to their liking after getting up 39-0 at halftime. And just looking back at how efficient they were able to run their offense in that game, quarterback Tevin Cotter only completed 7 passes but went for 119 yards and 3 touchdowns. And the ground game went for 383 yards and 5 touchdowns altogether, and which accumulated for 8 touchdowns and 502 total yards of offense. Now looking at the Redskin defense against the Tigers, they did well up front, but the highlight was the secondary forcing 2 interceptions and deflecting 8 passes, while also getting a fumble recovery from senior Landon Martinez. Now Liberal has a 5-win season for the 2nd year in a row, and they're also trying to fully secure a playoff game at home for the first round. But many people believe that they could secure the 8th seed with a loss, which would give them a home game. And when we come, and we'll go to another break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at our starting lineups and keys to victory, and we should have kickoff after that. It's Hayes High and Liberal coming up next. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello, we want to thank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Attention to all you Hayes High basketball fans. The season is about to tip off, and we need you back in the stands cheering for our Hayes High Indians. As we hit the hardwood, we have some exciting games at home in December. Go ahead and mark your calendars for the Hayes City Shootout, where our varsity squad will face a competition right here at home. First, on December 5th and 6th at 3 p.m., and then on December 7th is our finale at 10 a.m. But that's not all. The excitement continues on December 13th as the Hayes High Indians take on Junction City at 4:15 p.m. Let's pack the stands, show our school spirit, and bring support to our team as the season starts strong. Be there, bring your energy, and let's make this season unforgettable. Go Indians!
Back here at Lewis Field Stadium on the pregame show as Hayes High gets set to take on Liberal in the regular season finale. We'll now take a look at our starting lineups, and we'll start off with Hayes High's offense. We'll keep that same five-man front they've had all season with junior Dawson Reuter at the left tackle position, senior Slade Salmons at the left guard position. At the center position is the sophomore Gus Corsair. Just want to give a quick shout-out to him real fast. Received his second D1 offer earlier this week from KU as it adds to his list with Iowa State for the first-team WAC selection. And at the right guard position is junior Mason Dreher, and rounding it out is right tackle junior number 72 Cannon Weber. Quarterback again is Carter Graham, threw for 76 yards last week and has thrown for eight passing touchdowns on the year, and he's joined in the backfield by Holden Lynn. Had a good game last week despite the loss, 23 carries for 129 yards, and was also able to get some receptions, just 3, but picked up 25 yards on those. Now looking at the tight end position will be the 5'3" junior wearing number 35, Parker McGuire. And we'll now look at the receiver core for Hayes High tonight. We'll note that we've been told Jarek Purdy is out tonight with an MCL injury, and starting in his place will be the senior Ian McGuire. And on the left side receiver will be number 2, Jonathan Cano. And on the right side we'll see another senior, number 5, Braden Meckel. Looking at Hayes High's defense, it's that same 3-3-5 defense. Up front will be the junior Tim McCautry. And next to him at the nose guard position will be Tanner Geis, the team leader in tackles for a loss and sacks. And rounding it out is number 27, Alex Loving. Outside linebacker will be Dalton Myers, the WAC defensive MVP from a year ago. On the inside is number 54, the junior Jackson Chartier. And in the middle will be number 45, Wyatt Kirkpatrick. Looking at the secondary on the left side at corner is number 3, Kamani Jones. Free safety will be the first team WAC selection from a year ago, Cooper Lindenmeyer. Strong safety tonight will be the 5'6" junior Jace Myers. Caleb Thompson, the team leader in interceptions, is at the right corner position, wearing number 11 tonight. And rounding it out at the rover position is number 1, Johnny Rigler. Now looking at the offense for Liberal, they are led by their quarterback, number 5, Tevin Cotter, just a freshman, but has done really well this season, 635 passing yards and 7 touchdowns. And up front, he's got a lot of experience. The Redskins have 4 guys on their offensive line that have at least two years of experience. At the left tackle is the junior Davian Trejo, and next to him is his brother, number 56, Matthew Trejo, at the left guard position. Number 78, Enrique Perez, is the center, and at right guard is number 65, Angel Peregrino. At number 51 at the right tackle position is Hudson Rice, the 5A All-State selection from a year ago and future Harding Bison. And looking at the other skill positions for the Redskins, the running back is number 2, Xavier Paras. Has gotten 1,037 rush yards on the year and 10 rushing touchdowns as well. He's joining the backfield by number 44, Xavier Tafoya, the 6'1" junior. On the left side of the receiver position is number 4, James Pfizer, 366 pass yards for him on the year, or 366 receiving yards on the year and 5 touchdowns. At the slot position is number 6, Anthony Aragonez, and wearing number 3 on the right side at receiver is Max Holman, the 5'10" sophomore. We're going to step away for a moment as they're doing the national anthem, but we'll have Liberals defense and kickoff when we come back. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. That was the Hayes High Band with the national anthem, and we'll run down the defense for the Redskins real fast. They run a 3-4 defense. On the left side at defensive end is a senior who leads the team in sacks, number 40, Marco Alonso. At the nose guard position, 385-pound senior Tyron Holmes, who has offers for both football and powerlifting. And next to him is the sophomore Giovanni Duran. On one of the outside linebackers, the junior wearing number 44, Xavier Tafoya, second team WAC selection from a year ago. And on the other side at the outside position is number 9, Landon Martinez, who has offers from Bethany Sterling and Kansas Wesleyan. At the middle is another player for Liberal that has a Bethany offer, and that's senior number 21, Aiden Juarez, who leads the team in both tackles and tackles for a loss. On the inside, number 47, Andy Ngayan, one of the many players for one of two players for this team that has both 2 interceptions and a forced fumble. And looking at their secondary will be number 10, Alex Schwint at the left corner position, third-year starter for this team. And at the free safety will be Aiden Amador, wearing number 8, the senior, another player with a Bethany offer for the Redskins. And at the strong safety position is the sophomore with 15 tackles and an interception on the year, Wyatt Mantle. And on the right side corner position is the sophomore wearing number 3, Max Holman, who has gotten 25 tackles on the year. And they are currently doing the coin toss right now. We'll let you know our keys to victory tonight, starting with Hayes High. Their offense needs to find the production. Just use your athletes and try and beat Liberal tonight. And the defense needs to be able to stop the run. This is a team for Liberal that has gotten a total of 1,965 yards rushing on the season. And Liberal's keys to victory for their offense is manage the clock with long drives, which is something that we saw Great Bend do a little bit of last week. And the defense needs to control the ground game, because Hayes High used that really well was with Holden Lynn and E. McGuire. And that's going to do it for our pregame show. We'll have kickoff when we come back as we'll see what happens in the first quarter. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
We welcome you back to Lewisfield Stadium as we are ready to kick things off. Hayes High won the toss and elected to defer their option for the second half, so Liberal will be receiving the opening kickoff. They will send back number 4 for the senior James Pfizer. And Hayes High will trot out Carson Moore to send it downfield. Hayes High is wearing their white helmets with the maroon face mask and the arrows on both sides, and they're going all maroon as well down below with the maroon jersey and pants with the gold numbers and the white outline. Liberals wearing their red helmets with the black face mask and white jersey with black pants, and the numbers are red with a black outline. So Carson Moore walking away from the football to get ready to send it downfield. As we'll see what Hayes High can do in their regular season finale. Moore gets set and will run up to send it downfield. It's a high kick, and we are underway from Lewisfield Stadium as Pfizer has to run up and will field it at the 20, get some blocks, and will go to 30 and goes down at about the 32-yard line. It's a pretty short kickoff there as it was pretty high up in the air, but Pfizer had to run up and make the play and was able to take it to the 33-yard line as well to mark it officially. So Liberal will trot their offense onto the field, led by quarterback Tevin Cotter, the freshman having a great year so far. 7 passing touchdowns for 635 yards. And has a lot of experience up front to protect him with an O-line with 4 players that have at least 2 years of experience. They'll send a substitution in. It's number 6, Anthony Aragones. They'll put 1 receiver on each side, and they'll go in the shotgun. Cotter will take the snap and will hand it off to number 2, Xavier Porras, and he's met by the linebackers for Hayes High at the 36-yard line. Was able to get 3 yards on the play, but the gaps closed down early. This is something that Hayes High has to watch out for tonight. Liberals so far this season averaging 7.5 yards per carry. They hold the first run to 3 yards, and they'll bring up 2nd and 7 from the 36-yard line. Liberal will keep that same formation and put Xavier Tafoya on the line. In the backfield is Aiden Juarez on the left side of Tevin Cotter. He'll get the snap, and he'll hand it off, and Juarez will run up the middle. We'll truck a Hayes High player up to the 42-yard line. He's going to be a yard shy of that first down. The Liberals doing what they do best to start this game. They're just finding the gaps and running through them.
6 yards on the play. With 1 yard to go, it's 3rd down.
They'll send Anthony Aragones back into the huddle for the Redskins, and Hayes High will keep their 3-man front. Up front now is Jack Zeller, Tim McCautry, and Tanner Geist. Wide receivers are matched up with Kamani Jones and Caleb Thompson. As they'll get a handoff up the middle. He is met right away at the line, but I think they're going to give him forward progress down to the 43-yard line to the ref on our side, which is the Liberal sideline. Might mark him half a yard short. It's very close to tell. They might need a measurement for this first play. So yes, they will call a timeout with 10:30 to go here in the first quarter. To measure it, it's in between the 42 and 43-yard line on the right hash, but it's kind of leaning towards that 43. I think they're going to give it to him. They'll extend the chains out, and it looks like he's short by a yard. It is 4th down. Hayes High makes a stand early on. See what Liberal decides to do, whether it's 4th and 1 from the 42.5-yard line. The handoff went to Xavier Porras, and he was just unable to find the gaps. Hayes High's showing strong up front, which is something we should see quite a bit of tonight because Liberal's got a big defensive line as well, and it looks like they're going to go for it with half a yard to go. Hayes High will bring the linebackers up on both the left side and the right side. Liberal will have 3 guys in the backfield. They'll snap it. There'll be a run up the middle by Xavier Porras, and I think he's going to get it by just a yard. So a 3-yard pickup is what they'll officially mark it as to the 45-yard line. So the 3rd rush of the game for Porras, and he's able to get 3 yards. He's up to 6 so far from the 45-yard line now. All 4 of Liberal's plays have been on the ground. Something that worked for them very well last week. They picked up 383 yards on the ground. Now we're going to get a flag on Hayes High's sideline, and it will be a false start against the Redskins. Looked like it was the left tackle, Davian Trejo. That will push the Redskins back to the 40-yard line. They'll bring Anthony Aragones off of the sideline. He is the one bringing in the plays from the offensive coordinator for Liberal, Trace Haskell. Now it'll be 1st and 15 from their own 40-yard line on the right hash. 1 receiver on the left side, and they'll have 2 with a slot receiver on the right as they throw it over the middle, and it's caught at midfield. And Cooper Lindenmeyer there to make the tackle as they complete the pass to number 4, James Feeser. They'll officially mark him down into Hayes High territory at the 43-yard line. 17-yard pickup. So the first pass of the game for Cotter, and he's able to take it 17 yards through the air to his top target. We'll keep that same formation with 2 on the right. One of them is a slot. That's number 80, Ethan Hernandez, the freshman. Only has 2 receptions on the year. Cotter takes the snap and hands it off to Porras. He runs to the left side, and Hayes High there to bring him down. Wyatt Kirkpatrick and Johnny Rigler there to make the tackle. Brought down in the backfield at the 1 yard line. Excuse me, it's a loss of 1 back to the 44 yard line. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and 11 yards to go. They're now on that left hash. Hayes High is going to bring up the linebackers a little bit, but Johnny Rickler also showing blitz from that rover position, which is something we saw from Hayes High at practice this week. And the snap goes wild past Cotter, and he's going to go back into Liberal territory at the 48 yard line. And a huge loss for Liberal, but they do avoid disasters. They're able to recover it back at the 49 yard line. Loss of 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. They've already converted once tonight on a run play, or excuse me, they're 0 for 1 on 3rd down, but eventually converted on a 4th and 1. They'll send Anthony Aragonez wide. He'll be matched up with number 11, Caleb Thompson. On the left side is James Feeser. Keep 2 in the backfield, so they'll have 7 on the line as Cotter will take the snap, fake the handoff. 5-step drop. Tanner Geist breaks through the protection. Now Cotter will run past the 50 to the 45 and runs out of bounds. He's not close to the 1st down as they'll officially mark him out at the 43 yard line, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So 2 3rd down stops for Hayes High to start this game. So it'll be 4th and 9 for the Redskins as Cotter got out of the negative in just 1 play. After the wild snap that went back 7 yards, he's able to pick up 8 yards on that last run. As he'll take the snap, it's a 3-step drop. He'll look towards the sideline and overshoots his man, and that's going to be a turnover on downs as Hayes High makes a stop early on with 7:40 to go here in the 1st quarter. It was an out route to the right sideline to his target, was just unable to hit him. It was Anthony Aragonez on that side, and Hayes High will take over at their own 43 yard line. So Carter Graham will come out with no one else in the backfield with him as he'll have 3 on the right side and 1 on the left hash. He'll take the snap and will go on a screen pass to Jonathan Cano on that far side. He'll go to the 45-50 to the 45 and trying to break a tackle, and he goes down at the 41 yard line. First play for the Hayes High offense, and it's a 16 yard pickup down to the 41 yard line. Now they'll flip it. Hayes High will put the trips on the left side now. I'll remind you, Carter Graham is without one of his top targets tonight. Jarek Purdy out with an MCL injury that he suffered against Great Bend last week, but Graham will take the snap and will keep it himself on a jet sweep fake to Holden Lynn. He'll run to the 40, and I think they're going to mark him down at the 37 yard line. 4 yard pickup for Graham on his first run of the game. So that'll make it 2nd down and 6 for the Indians. 6 yards away from the 1st down marker. They got a 1st down already on their first play from that 16 yard screen pass from Graham to Cano. Graham will hand it off to Holden Lynn. He'll run to the outside to the 35, trying to spin off a tackle, but will go down at the 34 yard line. I'll make it 3rd down and 3 for the Indians, following the 3 yard run by Holden Lynn. Hayes High will keep all their guys close to the line as they're in the single back formation. A majority of them on that right side as they're on the right hash. Holden Lynn is the one in the backfield for the single back position as he'll get the handoff. Has some blocks and trying to get one last effort to get the 1st down. I think they're going to give it to him. Yes, they will. He gets the 1st down to the 29 yard line. And Hayes High will keep the drive alive.
That's 5 yards gain on the play. Good for Indians. 1st down.
It's a 5 yard gain for Lynn as Hayes High will waste no time on that, staying on that right hash. Braden Meckel and E. McGuire are the receivers on the left side. Graham hands it off to Holden Lynn, waiting for some space, and he'll get to the 25 yard line, and they'll mark him down at the 24. Hayes High just trying to win the battle up front against a very big defensive line for Liberal. Only 3 players, but they overall combined for 865 pounds, and they make up for 23 of the team's 60 tackles in the backfield. So that was another 5-yard pickup for Holden Lynn as Carter Graham will go on the screen pass, and we'll find him as he tries to juke out a man, but it only gets 1 yard on the play.
On the tackle for Liberals, number 44, Xavier Tafoya. Gain of a yard on the play.
So that was Graham's second completion, has 17 pass yards so far. That'll make it 3rd down once again for Hayes High. They've already converted once on that 5-yard run play. And now Graham will hand it off to Lynn once again, but he is met right away at the line. Getting there was number 44, Xavier Tafoya, officially marking him down at the 22-yard line. So he's able to get 2 yards, but not enough for the first down. So Hayes High will decide to go for it. They'll keep that single back formation, 4th and 2 with 4:18 to go here in the first quarter. Graham gets set and will pitch it to the left side as Holden Lynn tries to wait for the blocks, but he's going to be met in the backfield all the way back at the 25-yard line is where they're going to mark him down at. Just a heavy package on that side for the Redskins is Giovanni Duran and Xavier Tafoya right there to meet him. Hayes High will have a turnover on downs on their first drive of the game.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So Cotter will take the snap and will get a 3-step drop. He will load up deep downfield, trying to find Feezer against Kamani Jones, and he can't find him as he overshoots him at the 40-yard line. It was a deep post route. Kamani Jones was there on the defense, but just unable to hit him. Now that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Redskins. Second pass Cotter's thrown tonight, like on that first drive he completed a 17-yard pass, but their drive would be stalled there for a turnover on downs. Liberal will go 2 wide as they're in the center of the field from the 24-yard line. On the line is number 40, Marco Alonso at the tight end position. They'll get a handoff as Porras will run to and break a tackle as he'll run to the outside. And will go down at the 31-yard line is where they're going to mark him. It was originally designed as a run up the middle, but he had to bounce outside and break a Hayes High tackle, and it's going to bring up another 3rd down attempt for the Redskins. 0 for 2 so far on the night, and they've gone for it on 4th down both times. They're 1 for 2 there. They'll put twins on the left and 1 receiver on the right. They'll send a man in motion. It's Alonso still at the tight end position. Cotter takes the snap. 3-step drop. Hayes High able to break through, and he'll roll out left. Trying to find someone to throw to. Will take off and run with it, and he gets pushed out of bounds back at the 30-yard line. So that will officially be a loss of one, or listed as a 1-yard sack. And Hayes High gets another stop on 3rd down. Tanner Geis was able to break through the line right away, and Liberal just couldn't find a way to escape it. With 3:15 to go, they're going to send their punt team onto the field for the first time as they'll bring out the junior number 23, Horacio Casas. 9 punts so far this season has kicked them for an average of 36 yards. It'll be a low snap, and Hayes High starting to come after it. It's a high kick, kind of short as it bounces at the Hayes High 45-yard line. Liberal waiting to touch it. They will do it at the 39-yard line. As picking it up is number 10, Alex Schwint. So that drive only lasting 1 minute and 2 seconds for Liberals. Hayes High will start with it at the 39-yard line. Hayes High will have it on the left hash, and Graham will start once again all by himself in the backfield, just like he did on the first play of that last drive, and it went for a 16-yard pass. So we're looking to the sideline and getting the call from the coaches. 3-man front for Liberals. Graham takes the snap, another screen pass, completes it to Braden Meckel at the 42-yard line, and he goes out of bounds right there. They'll officially mark it out of bounds at the 43-yard line, so a 4-yard pickup. And Hayes High once again starts their first play of the drive with a pass completion. Now Hayes High will put Holden Lynn in the backfield. They'll put Trips on the right side. Parker McGuire is on the line. On the left side is the tight end. The roll show blitz on the left side as Graham will take the snap. Roll left, has all day to throw with great protection. He's trying to load up and now will roll towards the right side, trying to find anybody to throw to, and now will finally throw it and has to aim towards the sideline but is unable to hit his man. He tried hitting Jonathan Cano at the 45-yard line. Just couldn't find an open man. A lot of credit to the O-line there as Graham had all day to throw and then rolled right. Just couldn't find an open target, so now it'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for Hayes High with 2:50 to go in the first quarter. The Indians are already 1 for 2 on 3rd down tonight. Graham takes the snap. He'll roll right and will load up deep downfield trying to hit Jonathan Cano with the 25. And did he make the catch? Did he stay in bounds? He had it. And they will say he makes the catch. What a grab by Jonathan Cano at the 20-yard line. They sent him on the go route, and he gets a 1st down to keep the drive alive on a big pass play. It's officially listed as a 38-yard pickup to the 19-yard line, and they'll go with another pass play, and it's again a screen pass to Jonathan Cano, but this time he'll be met in the backfield back at the 22-yard line. So we've seen Hayes High do that a few times start this game. Liberal caught on to it with that play. Hayes High will go in the shotgun now. They'll put 2 on the left side as Graham will keep it himself on the fake handoff. He'll run to the 15, 10, 5, and is just unable to get in. It got tripped up at the shoestrings. He had a clear path to the end zone, but it'll be another 1st down for Hayes High as they'll have it at the 3-yard line. 4th 1st down of the game for the Indians. Graham faked the handoff and had some space in between that gap between the right guard and the right tackle, and Hayes High's got another 1st down. It's a 19-yard pickup. They'll go in the pistol, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Now they'll bring Holden Lynn up. So now it's the shotgun formation with 1:47 to go in the first quarter. Graham will look towards the sideline to get the play call for the 6th play of this drive. He'll get the snap and will hand it off as Holden Lynn looking for the blocks and can't quite find him. He's able to stay on his feet but gets brought down at the 5-yard line. So another loss on the play for Hayes High.
No gain on the play. Still 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line.
Now 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line for Hayes High, trying to find the end zone and break the curse in the red zone that they had last week. Trips will be on the right side, and Lynn is on the right side in the shotgun. As Graham takes the snap, will roll towards that right side, looking for someone to throw to, and now will look in the end zone and finds Jonathan Cano in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Hayes High, with 58 seconds to go in the first quarter. Graham had good protection, able to run to the right side, and he's able to find Jonathan Cano in the back of the end zone on the right side. As you see the terrible towels waving in the air, Hayes High strikes first with 58 seconds to go in the first quarter. So we'll now trot out Carson Moore to attempt the extra point. 20 for 26 for him on the year. And it'll come out of the hold of number 5, Braden Meckel, and we'll await the snap from Wyatt Kirkpatrick. And now it's a bobbled snap as Meckel will roll towards the right side and will throw it into the end zone, and it goes out of the back of the end zone. So with 58 seconds to go, Hayes High completes a 5-yard pass into the end zone, and they strike first against Liberal. We'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road.
Back here at Lewis Field Stadium after Hayes High ran a 2-minute and 7-second drive to strike first as Carter Graham was able to find Jonathan Cano in the back of the end zone on a 5-yard pass on a drive that started from Hayes High's own 39-yard line. They were able to get a big pickup as Graham was able to find Jonathan Cano at the start of that drive on a 38-yard pass. And now Hayes High leads near the end of the first quarter as Carson Moore out to send it downfield. The Redskins will once again send James Feeser and Xavier Porras back deep to return the kick as Carson Moore will aim towards the Liberal side of the field, which is where Feeser's standing, and he drops the ball at the 9-yard line, able to pick it up and try to run up to the 20, gets past to the 25, 30, has some space to the 35, to the 40, and Kamani Jones able to push him out at about the 45-yard line. You notice the gap on that right side after he bobbled it and just had the blocks and was able to make something out of nothing with that play. Liberal will start from their own 44-yard line, trying to make up for their last 2 drives where they've turned it over on downs after 9 plays, and they've also punted as well. They'll be closer to their sideline on the right hash. Cotter will take the snap and hand it off to Porras as he'll run up the middle and get met by Tanner Geist and Dalton Myers at the 48-yard line. We're continuing to see Liberal work their ground game tonight, which has been their biggest success this season. So far, all but 2 of their plays tonight, all but 3 of their plays tonight have been run plays. And Cotter will take the snap and will now look towards Liberal's sideline and is unable to hit his target as it goes out of bounds once again. We've seen him overshoot some guys so far tonight. He's just trying to find his groove so far, as there's 17 seconds until we reach the end of the first quarter. Redskins will be faced with another 3rd down. They have yet to convert tonight. 0 for 3 so far, 2 run plays, and they got sacked on their last one. So they are 6 yards away from the first down marker. Hayes High will show blitz, or will play their guys back instead as Tevin Cotter will hand it off to Porras, and Tanner Geist able to meet him there at the 49-yard line. Only a 1-yard pickup for Porras, and that will be the end of the drive for Liberal as they'll trot their punt team onto the field. This was the key for Hayes High, just shut down the run early on, and now once again Liberal will trot out Horacio Casas to send it downfield, and now that'll take us to the end of the first quarter as Hayes High in front 6-0 after that big touchdown drive. They've been holding off Liberal really well with the defense, and we'll see what they can do when we come back. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Attention to all you Hayes High basketball fans. The season is about to tip off, and we need you.
We welcome you back to Lewis Field Stadium to start the second quarter as it'll be 4th down and 5 yards to go for the Redskins from their own 49-yard line. They'll send out Horacio Casas to send the ball downfield. Hayes High will have 2 guys back deep to return it this time as it's Cooper Lindemeyer and Ian McGuire. This one will be a high punt angling towards the Hayes High sideline. It's at the 22-yard line, and Liberal will field it right away as number 47, Andy Nguyen's there to get it. So that drive for Liberal, again, another short one, only lasting 1 minute and 6 seconds. They'll officially mark it down at the 21-yard line is where Hayes High will start. Their last one was 18 yards ahead at the 39-yard line. Hayes High will put twins on the right side and 1 receiver on the left. They'll go in the pistol. Holden Lynn lined up behind Carter Graham, and on the line as a tight end is Parker McGuire on the left side. Graham will take the snap, looking on a screen pass, and thought about loading up, and now will fire over the middle, and it's incomplete. He tried hitting Jonathan Cano, but there was tight coverage there by number 3, Max Holman. Graham thought about going for the screen pass early on to Holden Lynn, but thought he could hit Jonathan Cano over the middle on a post route, but was just unable to find him. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Hayes High will put twins on both sides now as Holden Lynn still lined up behind Carter Graham. He'll take the snap. It'll be a screen pass on the far side to Braden Meckel to the 30, and he'll get pushed out of bounds at the 32-yard line by number 21 for the Redskins, Andy Juarez. And it will be a 1st down as Hayes High able to pick up 11 yards on that play. Just like we talked about with Tony Crow on the pregame show, Hayes High trying to open up the passing game a little more, but it's been a struggle for them this season. But they're key tonight, just using the screen pass and finding the deep passes when they're there. There'll be a run up the middle for Hayes High, and they'll be stopped at the 45-yard line. Holden Lynn with his 7th carry of the night. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and now it'll be second and 7 for Hayes High as they waste no time getting back to the line. Lynn's now up to 14 yards rushing so far tonight. Hayes High will keep twins on both sides and have Holden Lynn lined up behind Carter Graham. This time they're on the left hash. Liberal will keep their 3-man front. They're playing their linebackers back, and now Graham will fake the handoff. Looking for some space going to the outside of the 35, cuts back inside, and will go down at about the 39-yard line. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Indians. So far tonight, they are 1 for 2 on 3rd down. That time Carter Graham faked the handoff and was waiting for some blocks from on the corners and just couldn't get him there. So 3rd down and 3 for Hayes High from their own 39-yard line. They'll put the tight end back on the line as Braden Meckel's all by himself on the left side. We'll now see the Redskins show blitz on the right side with Landon Martinez as Graham takes the snap, hands it off to Holden Lynn. He'll run to the outside, trying to juke out a man at the 43, but that's going to be enough for the 1st down. Hayes High keeps the drive alive with 10:13 to go in the 2nd quarter as the ref on this sideline signaling for them to move the chains. Be a 5-yard pickup to the 44-yard line. As Hayes High converts on 3rd down for the 2nd time tonight and gets their 5th 1st down of the night as well. They'll now have four receivers on this right side. Parker McGuire, Jonathan Cano, and Jonathan Cano are up front, and Holden Lynn's lined up behind them. Graham will load up and find Braden Meckel at the 44-yard line, and that's going to be another 1st down for Hayes High. Jonathan Cano stayed back, signaling like he was going to get the screen pass, but Hayes High instead will continue to use their deep routes and will move the chains once again. 84 yards passing tonight so far for Graham as Hayes High will go with a no huddle. Graham will keep it himself after faking to Holden Lynn. He'll run to the 40 to the 35 and will get down all the way to the 33-yard line. And that'll be another 1st down for Hayes High, moving the offense really well, mixing it up with the run and the pass and trying to go up by 2 possessions against Liberal. There'll be 1 receiver on each side. It's Jonathan Cano on the right, Braden Meckel on the left. The DB against Cano playing really close as Graham gets the snap. He'll hand it off to Holden Lynn, and he is not going anywhere as he goes down at the 35-yard line. Aiden Juarez there to make the tackle. The team leader in tackles for a loss just tracked him down and made the big play. So after the loss will be 2nd and 12. That tackle, like I said, made by Aiden Juarez. That's a player that Hayes has to watch out for. A very aggressive player, has an offer from Bethany, and is also a state wrestler as well, as Graham will throw it over the middle to the 30-yard line, able to find Jonathan Cano. But that will still bring up 3rd down because of the loss. Carter Graham now up to 89 yards passing so far. He's 9 for 11. I will have it at the 30-yard line, trying to convert on 3rd down once again. They've done it. They've been 2 for 3 so far tonight. Twins will be on the right, one on the left. Holden Lynn behind Carter Graham again. They'll send Ian McGuire, the slot receiver, in motion, and they'll hand it off to Holden Lynn as he waits for some blocks and trying to get that last push to get the first down, but I don't think they're going to give it to him as he's down at the 27-yard line. They're actually going to mark him down at the 28-yard line, so it'll just be a 2-yard pickup for the junior running back. So that'll bring up 4th and 5 for Hayes High, and they'll keep Carter Graham on the field. We'll see if they decide to punt it, but this is definitely 4-down territory for them. Two receivers on the left, one on the right. Graham takes the snap and will load up deep back into the end zone, trying to hit his man, Ian McGuire, and he overshoots him just a little bit, and it'll be a turnover on downs for Hayes High. He had Ian McGuire open on the corner route, just unable to hit him. And that'll be another turnover on downs, the 3rd one of the night for either team.
First down, Liberal at the 28-yard line.
So Liberal will take over with 7:32 to go in the second quarter from their own 28-yard line. Put 2 receivers on the left. And we'll keep some guys on the line on the right side, as this will be a handoff up the middle to the running back number 2, Xavier Porras, and he is not going to get anything. There'll be no gain on the play, so Hayes High continuing to win the battle up front as they get another stop.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10, Liberal.
Liberal will have it 2nd and 10, like I said, from their own 28-yard line. Clock's running right now, 7:04 to go in the second quarter. As bringing in the play for Liberal is the junior receiver, James Feeser. Put 1 receiver on each side, and they'll be in the shotgun formation. They have 7 guys on the line. Cotter will take the snap and will hand it off. As Porras will run up the middle to the 35, gets to the outside of the 40, 45, and will run out of bounds at midfield, but there's a flag all the way back at the 30-yard line. This one should be coming back because it looked like there was holding on the interior O-line. I think they're going to get it on number 65, Angelo Peregrino. And that is what they're going to call. So it's a 10-yard loss for Liberal after the big run. That could be a momentum killer for the Redskins as well, as it's back at the 20-yard line. They just got a big pickup from their star running back, and now it's going back once again. Cotter will take the snap and will roll towards the right side looking, and will hit his target as he finds number 1, Ismail Calderon. And they'll mark him out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It looks like it's where they're going to mark him. So a 14-yard pass for the Redskins.
With 4 yards to go, it's third down.
This is just the second pass they've completed tonight. They've gotten 31 yards altogether, 2 for 4 so far passing. It'll be 3rd down and 4 yards to go as they'll have trips on the right side. Cotter will take the snap and will hand it off to his back, Porras, and he tried breaking the tackle from White Kirkpatrick on the run up the middle, but gets to the 39-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
145, White Kirkpatrick with the tackle for the injury. 1st and 10, Liberal from the 39-yard line.
It'll be the first 3rd down conversion of the night for Liberal. It's on their 5th attempt, and they get their 3rd down of the night as well. They'll send a substitution into the game. They'll put Ismail Calderon back in. Hayes High keeping that same 3-man front with Jack Zeller, Tanner Geist, and Tim McCautry. Cotter will get the snap. And it's another handoff as they'll run towards the left side. And on the carry there was number 44, Xavier Tafoya, getting his first carry of the night. This one goes for a loss back to the 37-yard line.
Lots of 2 yards on the play, 2nd down and 12.
So that'll bring up second down and 12 with 5:38 to go here in the first half. We want to remind you to stay tuned for our halftime show. We'll take a look at some of the stats for tonight's game and take a look at some of the scores around the 5A West that could determine where Hayes High and Liberal will be seated next week for the first round of the playoffs. Liberal will put 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Cotter will get the snap, and it's a handoff and another run by Tafoya. As he's able to break a tackle, he does get to the outside of the 42. And that'll bring up another third down. That carry gets him out of the negative with that 5-yard pickup, and now they're going to be faced with another third down. Redskins will put 2 on the right. They have 1 receiver on the left side. It's Feeser. He's playing very close to the line as Cotter rolls toward the right, trying to find someone to throw to, and is able to find his target. But he is short of the first down by a few yards. He completes it to number 1, Ismail Calderon. It's going to bring up another 4th down as well for the Redskins. It was just 2 yards on the pickup, and they'll trot out Horacio Casas to send it downfield. They'll take the snap. Hayes High coming after them. They almost block it. Johnny Rigler came very close to blocking it. As Hayes High will field the punt at the 17-yard line. And they'll only take it out to the 20-yard line, as getting it was I believe that's number 2, Jonathan Cano, fielding the punt. Now Hayes High will send their offense back onto the field as they'll start from the 20-yard line after Liberals' drive that went just under 3 minutes. Hayes High on their last 3 drives, they've turned it over on downs, they've gotten a touchdown, and they've turned the ball over twice, and they've gotten a touchdown as well. And there's going to be a penalty flag against Hayes High, and that's going to be a false start. So they'll start the drive with a penalty, and that's going to move them back to the 15-yard line. Looked like there was movement on the left side. Hayes High will put 1 receiver on each side for their first play of the drive. Put Ian McGuire close to the line and now move him into the slot. As Parker McGuire's the lone tight end on the right side. Graham takes the snap, rolls to the left. Great protection, has all day to throw. And will load up downfield and just goes through the hands of Braden Meckel as he tried finding him at the 30-yard line. Sent him on the out route and just couldn't hit his target, and that's going to bring up second down and 15 for Hayes High.
2nd and 15 from the 15 for Hayes.
Hayes High will be in the shotgun, 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Ian McGuire will go in motion. His defender will follow him as well, as he'll get the handoff. And McGuire will go nowhere as he's dropped in the backfield. It'll be a 1-yard loss for the running back. They sent him on the jet sweep. They got the corners to blitz for Liberal, and he just couldn't get past them. And Hayes High is going to be faced with another 3rd down. 2 for 4 so far tonight. So Liberal will make a substitution. They'll send into the game number 3, Max Holman, one of the starters. Hayes High will put 2 on the left, 1 on the right. Graham will go in the shotgun, and he'll take the snap. Rolling towards the left, and will load up downfield and finds Jonathan Cano at the 35, jukes out his man, and dragging a Liberal player down to the 40-yard line. A big pickup to keep the drive alive with 3:48 to go here in the second quarter. 27 yards is the official pickup, and just looking at that play, that's been the biggest key for Hayes High. Their O-line is winning the battle up front, as Graham had great protection, just rolling towards the left a little bit, and had enough time to find his target. Cano's now up to 78 yards receiving tonight, and Graham up to 116 yards passing, which should put him on track to surpass his season high, which is of passing yards, which came against Manhattan. But now we're going to get another run play from Ian McGuire, so he'll run up to the 49-yard line and get an 8-yard pickup on the play.
8 yards on the play. Second down and 2.
So will keep their same formation with 3 minutes to go here in the first half, as there'll be a handoff to Ian McGuire. He'll run up the middle to the 45, bouncing out to the outside of the 40 as a penalty flag is thrown to the 30, 25, and he's trying to stay in bounds but gets pushed out by number 8, Aiden Amador, at the 27-yard line. But this one likely coming back as it's thrown back at the 49-yard line near the line of scrimmage. They will call it holding against Hayes High. So after that big run, they will move back from it. So as they respot the ball, like I was saying, that big pass play that went for 27 yards from Carter Graham to Jonathan Cano, that puts Graham on pace to surpass his season high this season for passing yards in a game. He's got 116 tonight. His season high is 169 against Manhattan back in September. So Hayes High will keep that same formation as they're back to the 39-yard line on the 10-yard loss from the penalty. This will be a run up the middle. They'll mark it down at the 43-yard line. Ian McGuire starting to get some runs tonight. So that was just his third carry of the night, so he's up to 11 yards now on the 4-yard carry. And that'll bring up third down for Hayes High. They were able to convert on the 27-yard pass play last time, as there's 2:16 to go here until we reach halftime. They'll put 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Liberal will show blitz on the middle and on the right side from the linebackers, as Graham has protection and will load up and tried hitting Braden Meckel, but threw it over his head at the 45-yard line, and that's going to bring on a punting situation for Hayes High. Liberal will make some substitutions. They'll bring into the game number 52, Jose Castaneda. And they'll trot back their punt returner, number 4, James Feeser. Entered this game with 2 returns, 27 yards on the season, making his longest 18. And Graham will send it. It is a deep punt as Feeser will back up to the 15-yard line. And he's going to try to return it as he's able to, doing some shakes, and will go down to the 26-yard line. So Liberal will have it from their own 26-yard line following the deep punt by Carter Graham. It's just 6-0 Hayes High in front. Liberal will put 1 receiver on each side. We'll see if they still continue to use their ground game or try to pass it a little more. And they will try and pass it as Cotter will load up downfield, trying to hit Feeser against Kamani Jones. And he makes the catch at the 35-yard line, cuts back to the 25-20, 15, trying to outrun Johnny Rigler, and he will to the 5 touchdown for Liberal with 1:39 to go here until we reach halftime. A big 74-yard pass play for the Redskins as they were an extra point away from tying it up. They sent Feeser on the go route, and just a perfectly placed ball against Kamani Jones, had his hands up. And they'll now trot out their field goal kicker, number 23, Horacio Casas, 26 for 29 on the year for PATs. And they'll get the snap. It's bobbled a little bit, and the kick was blocked by Hayes High, so it's no good. We will stay tied at 6-6 with 1:39 to go until we reach halftime, when we'll step away as the two teams talk things over before the kickoff. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention to all you Hayes High basketball fans. The season is about to tip off, and we need you back in the stands cheering for our Hayes High Indians. As we hit the hardwood, we have some exciting games at home in December. Go ahead and mark your calendars for the Hayes City Shootout, where our varsity squad will face a competition right here at home. First on December 5th and 6th at 3 p.m., and then on December 7th as our finale at 10 a.m. But that's not all. The excitement continues on December 13th as the Hayes High Indians take on Junction City at 4:15 p.m. Let's pack the stands, show our school spirit, and bring support to our team as the season starts strong. Be there, bring your energy, and let's make this season unforgettable. Go Indians!
Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Back here at Lewis Field Stadium with 1:39 to go until halftime. After Liberal, it just took them 13 seconds to score on a 74-yard pass play from Tevin Cotter to James Feeser. Biggest pass play of the night for either team. And now they'll trot out their kicker, Horacio Casas, send it downfield to the running backs for Hayes High, Holden Lynn and Ian McGuire. This is a low line drive kick landing or aiming towards McGuire as he'll field it and will run towards the left side, waiting for the blocks as he'll go to the 15, to the 20, trying to break a tackle to get to the 25, and he'll be brought down at the 24-yard line. So we'll see what Hayes High can do on this drive. They punted on their last one and then turn it over on downs before that. So we'll see if they can score with 1:31 to go. A reminder, Hayes High won the toss and elected to defer their option to the second half, so they will receive the second half kickoff. And they're 76 yards away from the end zone. They'll put Twins on the right, one receiver on the left. Hayes High will be on the left hash. Graham takes the snap and will hand it off to Holden Lynn. He'll do a spin move and will try to break free, but it'll go down at the 28-yard line on a 4-yard pickup. Making the tackle there for Liberal was the junior number 14, Bladen Betts. Now Hayes High going with that untraditional formation that we saw earlier, where they just have one receiver on the left side and 4 on the right. Braden Meckel acting like he's going to receive the screen pass, but now Graham's going to load up, trying to hit Jonathan Cano as he gets held. It's incomplete, but the flags fly in. They're going to get an automatic first down for Hayes High. On the defense was number 3, Max Holman, grabbing Cano by the front of the jersey, and that's going to be a first down for the Indians. So they'll call it pass interference against Liberal. That should move Hayes High up to about the 33 or 38 yard, or excuse me, the 38 or 43 yard line. And it will be the 43 yard line, so a 15-yard penalty. So Hayes High has 58 seconds to score as they have it at their own 43 yard line. The Twins on the right, one receiver on the left. Graham gets the snap. 2-step drop, looking, great protection, looks over the middle, tries to hit his target, and it's not there, but it looked like a penalty flag threw in once again. And this time it will go against Hayes High, and it will be a holding call, so a loss of 10 back to the 33 is what it will be. So after Hayes High gets 15 yards on a pass interference call when Jonathan Cano was getting held by number 3, Max Holman, it comes back 10 yards on a holding call. The clock will be running with 50 seconds to go until we reach halftime, and they will call timeout. So we'll step away as they talk things over. It's 1st and 20 for the Indians, and we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%.
Back here at Lewis Field Stadium, as Hayes High will have it 1st and 20 from their own 33-yard line after they got called for a holding penalty after an incomplete pass, and now they'll have twins on the right. They'll also have a standing tight end on the right side as well as Graham takes the snap, hands it off to Holden Lynn, and he is not going anywhere. He is met by 2 Liberal players back at the 29-yard line. And with 41 seconds to go, we'll see if Hayes High decides to call another timeout. Or correction, it's actually Liberal that's going to call the timeout. So it's officially marked as a 3-yard loss for Holden Lynn back to the 30-yard line. As Liberal calls timeout, we'll take this time now to take a look at some of the scores from around the state, including some ones that could be key for the 5A West seeding. Great Bend leads Garden City 21-0, so Great Bend on track to get their first undefeated regular season since 1978. Looking at some other scores, Leavenworth and Holton are tied at 7. That's a 5A East game. Baser Linwood is leading Lansing 17-0, another game in the 5A East. Arkansas City and Newton tied at 0. That update came back in the first quarter. In an area game, La Crosse leads Ness City 16-0. As we come out of the timeout with 41 seconds to go, Hayes High back at the 30-yard line. They'll look towards the sideline and get the call from their coach. Jonathan Cano is the lone receiver on the left side. He's been the top target for Hayes High tonight. He's only caught 4 balls, but it's gone for 78 yards on the night. Hayes High will bunch up everyone else on the line. There are standing receivers on the right side as well, as Holden Lynn will get the pitch. Tries cutting back inside and just gets brought down at the 30-yard line. And once again, we're going to see Liberal call timeout with 34 seconds to go until we reach halftime. And this time we will step away. So we'll be back in a moment with Hayes High football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention to all you Hayes High basketball fans. The season is about to tip off, and we need you back in the stands cheering for our Hayes High Indians. As we hit the hardwood, we have some exciting games at home in December. Go ahead and mark your calendars for the Hayes City Shootout, where our varsity squad will face a competition right here at home. First, on December 5th and 6th at 3 p.m., and then on December 7th is our finale at 10 a.m. But that's not all. The excitement continues on December 13th as the Hayes High Indians take on Junction City at 4:15 p.m. Let's pack the stands, show our school spirit, and bring support to our team as the season starts strong. Be there, bring your energy, and let's make this season unforgettable. Go Indians!
Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games. Back here at Lewis Field Stadium with 36 seconds to go until we reach halftime. It's 3rd and 23 for the Indians from their own 30-yard line on the right hash. After a holding penalty was called, brought them back 10 yards, and they've lost 3 yards on run plays on these previous ones. Now Carter Graham's going to line up under center, and he's going to hand it off to Holden Lynn as he runs to the left side. Gets past the 30 up to the 35-yard line. And Liberal's out of timeout, so this should take us to halftime as the clock is at the 27. That run brings Holden Lynn up to 25 yards in this first half. Hayes High been passing the ball a little bit more so far as the clock is at 10 seconds. Hayes High is still in their huddle. And you see both benches starting to clear out. So it is tied up 6-6 at halftime as Hayes High got a touchdown early on a long drive, and then Liberal responded just 13 minutes later with a 74-yard touchdown pass, and we're tied at the break 6-6. So we'll be back in a moment for our halftime show as we will talk about the recap of the first half, take a look at some stats, and then some scores around the state as well. We'll be back in a moment. This is ASI Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Back here at Lewis Field Stadium on the halftime show as we're tied at the break in the regular season finale at 6-6, and we'll now take a look at a recap of that first half. Liberal started off with the ball and ran a 9-play drive that had some big plays, including included a 3-yard run on fourth down to keep the drive alive and a 17-yard pass shortly afterwards. But it would all come to an end on an incomplete pass for a turnover on downs. And then Hayes High picked up a 16-yard pass on the first play of their next drive. And then 6 straight run plays later, they turn it over on downs on a 2-yard loss. Liberal would then come out and go 3 and out, starting with an incompletion, and then they were able to get a 7-yard run. And then their quarterback, Tevin Cotter, got sacked for a loss of a yard. Hayes High would then come out and run a 7-play drive, starting off with a couple big pass plays, including a 38-yard pass from Carter Graham to Jonathan Cano. And then after that, a 19-yard run from Carter Graham as well. And then that drive was capped off by Carter Graham finding Jonathan Cano for a 5-yard touchdown pass. Liberal would go 3 and out on their next drive, only 5 yards rushing and an incomplete pass as well. And then Hayes High would turn around and run an 11-play drive that ended up with a turnover on downs on an incomplete pass. Liberal had to punt on their next drive as well, as that drive only lasted for 6 plays. And then Hayes High punted as well on a drive that was the exact same length with 6 plays. And then Liberal finally got on the board with a 74-yard touchdown pass from Tevin Cotter to James Feeser with 1:39 to go in the first half. And then Hayes High got a 4-yard rush, had a pass interference call against Liberal that would put him in good field position, but a holding call would stall the momentum, and Hayes High would only pick up 2 yards for the rest of the drive. And now that brought us to the half with Hayes High and Liberal tied at 6. And we'll take another break, and when we come back, we will take a look at our team and individual numbers. So we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention to all you Hayes High basketball fans. The season is about to tip off, and we need you back in the stands cheering for our Hayes High Indians. As we hit the hardwood, we have some exciting games at home in December. Go ahead and mark your calendars for the Hayes City Shootout, where our varsity squad will face a competition right here at home. First on December 5th and 6th at 3 p.m., and then on December 7th as our finale at 10 a.m. But that's not all. The excitement continues on December 13th as the Hayes High Indians take on Junction City at 4:15 p.m. Let's pack the stands, show our school spirit, and bring support to our team as the season starts strong. Be there, bring your energy, and let's make this season unforgettable. Go Indians!
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Back here at Lewis Field Stadium on the halftime show as we're tied at the break 6-6. We'll now take a look at some of our individual and team numbers, starting off with Hayes High and their passing game that's really opened up tonight. 10 for 15 for Carter Graham so far for 116 yards and a touchdown. That one going to Jonathan Cano, who has 4 receptions for 78 yards. Also getting the receptions are number 5 Brady Meckler, who has 2 for 15 yards, and Holden Lynn also caught one as well for just 1 yard. Hayes High's ground game is led by Carter Graham, who has 4 carries for 38 yards, and right behind him is Holden Lynn with 25 yards on 14 carries. Ian McGuire's had 3 carries for 11 yards, and we'll now take a look at the Liberal Redskins. Quarterback Tevin Cotter has completed 4 of his 6 passes, going for a total of 107 yards and a touchdown. And his leading receiver, just like Hayes High, was the one that caught the touchdown passes. James Feeser has 2 receptions for 91 yards and that touchdown. And the only other player for Liberal that's caught the ball is number 1, Ismail Calderon, who has 2 receptions for 16 yards. The ground game for Liberal is led by number 2, Xavier Porras, who has 9 carries for 22 yards. Right behind him is number 21, Aiden Juarez, who just has 1 carry for 6 yards. Number 44, Xavier Tafoya, has 2 carries for 3 yards, and Tevin Cotter has 2 carries for just 1 yard. Now we'll take a look at our team numbers. Hayes High leads the game in time of possession, having the ball for 14 minutes and 38 seconds, while Liberals had it for 9 minutes and 22 seconds. Hayes High is 3 for 6 on 3rd down, and Liberal is 1 for 6. On 4th down, Liberal is 1 for 2, and Hayes High has picked up 6 first downs, and Liberal has 3. And looking at the yardage, Hayes High has 74 rush yards, 116 pass yards, giving them a total of 190, and Liberal has 32 rush yards, which while also having 107 pass yards, giving them 139 yards in that first half. And that'll do it for our individual and team numbers. And when we come back, we'll take a look at some of the scores from around the state and see which games could have a big impact on the outcome of the seeding for the 5A West. We'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention to all you Hayes High basketball fans. The season is about to tip off, and we need you back in the stands cheering for our Hayes High Indians. As we hit the hardwood, we have some exciting games at home in December. Go ahead and mark your calendars for the Hayes City Shootout, where our varsity squad will face a competition right here at home. First, on December 5th and 6th at 3 p.m., and then on December 7th is our finale at 10 a.m. But that's not all. The excitement continues on December 13th as the Hayes High Indians take on Junction City at 4:15 p.m. Let's pack the stands, show our school spirit, and bring support to our team as the season starts strong. Be there, bring your energy, and let's make this season unforgettable. Go Indians!
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention to all you Hayes High basketball fans. The season is about to tip off, and we need you back in the stands cheering for our Hayes High Indians. As we hit the hardwood, we have some exciting games at home in December. Go ahead and mark your calendars for the Hayes City Shootout, where our varsity squad will face a competition right here at home. First, on December 5th and 6th at 3 p.m., and then on December 7th is our finale at 10 a.m. But that's not all. The excitement continues on December 13th as the Hayes High Indians take on Junction City at 4:15 p.m. Let's pack the stands, show our school spirit, and bring support to our team as the season starts strong. Be there, bring your energy, and let's make this season unforgettable. Go Indians!
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Back here at Lewis Field Stadium on the halftime show, we'll now take a look at some of our scores from around the state. We'll start off by looking down at Great Bend and Garden City. This one updated as of at the end of the first quarter. Great Bend in front of that one, 21-0 as they look for their first undefeated regular season since 1978. Andover Central leading Andover 17-7, which if that score holds, that could be, and Hayes High goes on to win tonight, that could be a potential matchup next week for the Indians. Plainville leading TMP in the second quarter 7-0. So if TMP drops that game, Hayes High could be the only team with a home game at Lewis Field next week. Derby leads Bishop Carroll 35-0 at the end of the second quarter. Hutchinson is on top of Maize South 14-0. That is one to keep an eye out for the rest of tonight's game, which we'll keep you updated whenever we get the chance to. Arkansas City running away with Newton in the second quarter 20-0. Junction City leads Emporia 17-0 at halftime. Lewisburg is on top of Spring Hill 10-7 as Lewisburg's trying to get back-to-back undefeated seasons and Spring Hill trying to improve their seeding in the 5A East. And those are all the scores we have at the moment. And we'll take another break in a moment, but before we do that, we'll let you know what's happening at Hayes High for the upcoming week. Tomorrow will be a regional cross-country and sub-state volleyball. On Monday, we'll see the boys soccer team play their regionals. That one will be on the road, and JV football will be on the road as well as they'll play Liberal. On Thursday, the Hayes High bowling team will also head to Liberal, and then next Friday, state volleyball will will take place in Salina if Hayes High makes it that far. And the first round of state football will take place as well. That one could be Thursday or Friday, depending on what happens with this game tonight and TMP's game against Plainville. And that'll do it for our halftime show. We'll take another break and have our second half action when we come back. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention to all you Hayes High basketball fans. The season is about to tip off, and we need you back in the stands cheering for our Hayes High Indians. As we hit the hardwood, we have some exciting games at home in December. Go ahead and mark your calendars for the Hayes City Shootout, where our varsity squad will face a competition right here at home. First on December 5th and 6th at 3 p.m., and then on December 7th as our finale at 10 a.m. But that's not all. The excitement continues on December 13th as the Hayes High Indians take on Junction City at 4:15 p.m. Let's pack the stands, show our school spirit, and bring support to our team as the season starts strong. Be there, bring your energy, and let's make this season unforgettable. Go Indians!
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Back here at Lewis Field Stadium as we are about ready to start the second half. We were able to get a couple more updated scores at the break. Great Bend now leading Garden City 28-0. Hutchinson starting to run away with it against Mays South as both those teams 5-2 trying to get a better seeding for state. And those were the ones that we were able to get at the break. So Hayes High will trot their return team out onto the field. They won the coin toss and elected to defer, so they will receive to start the second half. Liberal will trot out their kicker, Horacio Casas, to send it downfield. Hayes High will also keep the running back duo back deep of Holden Lynn and Ian McGuire. And it'll be interesting to see how both teams choose to run their offense tonight. We've seen both teams run the passing game a little bit more. Run game still trying to find its rhythm so far, and that's what was going to be interesting to watch from Liberal tonight. If you watched their game last week against Ulysses, they were able to control their own destiny and do whatever they want. Today they got to think from a more strategic point as they send it downfield. It's a low squib kick going towards Ian McGuire at the 10-yard line. He'll field it and we'll go to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, and we brought down right there by the Redskins' number 10, Alex Schwint. So Hayes High will have the ball on back-to-back drives. They had it at the end of the first half and were able to get pretty far downfield. Just had to got stalled short after some short run plays. They just decided to take it to halftime. They'll officially mark it actually at the 26-yard line, so a 16-yard return for Ian McGuire as he is in the slot on the left side. Graham gets the snap, and it will hand it off to Holden Lynn, waiting for the blocks to get open, but Liberals just attacking the spaces really well as they had two players there on the tackle. It was number 14, Bladen Betts, and number 9, Landon Martinez. No gain on the play for Holden Lynn. That was his 15th carry of the game. Hayes High will now run that formation with 4 receivers on the left. And it'll be this time they will do a screen pass to Holden Lynn. And once again, he is met in the backfield all the way back to the 22-yard line. Or actually, they'll mark him down at the 21-yard line, so a loss of 5. So Liberal noticed that Hayes High gave the ball to Holden Lynn a lot last week. They've been targeting him a lot tonight. And now it's 3rd down and long for Hayes High. 3 for 6 so far tonight as Graham gets the snap, rolling towards the left, looking downfield. The ball got tipped as he threw it, and it lands at the 26-yard line just to the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 4th down for Hayes High. So Liberal will send number 4, James Feeser, back deep to return the punt. As that drive for Hayes High only lasted 1 minute and 14 seconds. This time Hayes High won't do their traditional 4th down formation where they line up like they're going to go for it. Instead, they will send Carter Graham back on the punt formation. It's a line drive kick landing at midfield. Feeser will take it at the 40, trying to get towards the left side, jukes out some players to midfield, and he'll go to the 45, trying to break one more tackle. He'll go down at about the 43-yard line. They'll officially marked it down at the 44-yard line. It was a low line drive kick, and Hayes High had some players there, but Feeser able to make some juke moves and was able to get it into Liberal territory. And now they will move it back to the 43-yard line as they originally had it at the 44. As we'll see what Liberal does this time around. They'll put 2 receivers on the left, or on the right, 1 on the left. It's a handoff up the middle to the running back, Xavier Porras, breaking a tackle, and he'll get up to the 39-yard line. Correction, it was actually number 21, Aiden Juarez, who had the carry that time. He'll be listed as a 4-yard pickup, 10 yards for Juarez so far tonight. Liberal will make a substitution and bring number 40, Marco Alonso, into the game. Listed as a receiver, but primarily played as a tight end this season. Liberal will remain in the shotgun. As Cotter gets the snap, he'll fake the handoff. 5-step drop back to midfield, getting pressured, has to roll towards the left side, able to escape one Hayes High defender, Wyatt Kirkpatrick chasing after him to the 40, and he goes out of bounds at the 39, in between the 39 and the 38-yard line is where they're going to mark him out of bounds. So it'll officially be listed as no gain, and that's going to bring up another 3rd down for Liberal.
With 6 yards to go, it's 3rd down.
Liberal so far tonight, 1 for 6 on 3rd down. As they keep their same formation, it'll be a snap and a handoff to number 21, Aiden Juarez, trying to make a last effort, but Hayes High has their players there, and he's going to be stopped short at the 36-yard line. Johnny Rigler got in there and made the tackle, and Juarez stopped just a couple yards shy.
With 3 yards to go, it's 4th down.
So that'll now bring up 4th down for Liberal. They're at the 36-yard line. It looks like they will decide to go for it. They've converted once, but they've also failed as well. The one that they converted on was a run play, and the one they didn't was a pass play. We'll see what they decide to do right here as Hayes High bring the linebackers up close. It'll be a direct snap up the middle on a run by Xavier Porras, and I think he might have got it. This one's going to be very close as one ref is looking like he's saying the 34, and the other is saying the 33, and they're going to say it's stopped by short by a yard at the 34-yard line. Hayes High will run their offense onto the field, and they make a big stand on 4th down. So with 8:47 to go in the third quarter, Hayes High will have it at their own 34-yard line. It was a direct snap to Xavier Porras. He got 2 yards on the play, needed 1 more to get the first down. And we'll see what Hayes High does here as Carter Graham gets the snap out of the shotgun formation and completes a pass to Braden Meckel at the 40. This one bobbled, and they're going to say it's an incomplete pass. It looked like he caught it, but the ref on the Liberals sideline saying it's an incomplete pass, and Liberals fans not happy with the call, and especially the coaches on the sideline. Definitely a call that could have gone either way. Meckel had it for a minute, but the refs didn't think he had it long enough. Hayes High will keep their same formation. Holden Lynn on a run up the middle to the 35, and he only gets 1 yard on the play. Been targeted heavily so far tonight against the Liberal defense. That's going to bring up another 3rd down for Hayes High. Hayes High will look to the sideline and get their play call. They'll put 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. In the middle of the field, Holden Lynn moves from right to left beside Graham in the shotgun. Graham escapes pressure, rolls toward the right side, and tries to find his target, but it's incomplete. A low throw for Jonathan Cano at the 47-yard line, and it's going to bring up another 4th down for Hayes High. So just a little over 4 minutes into this into the second half, and we've had 3 drives so far from both teams. Defenses have really stepped it up so far. Carter Graham will go in the punt formation as Aiden Amador is back deep to return the punt. It's another line drive kick as it'll bounce at the 30-yard line. Hayes High's got 3 guys there getting ready to down it as this one will go inside the 20-yard line. And it's still rolling as this one will now be down inside the 14. Hayes High's players trying to fan it over, but it'll officially be marked down at the 19-yard line with 7:40 to go here in the third quarter. Correction, it's actually listed. They're going to mark it down at the 14-yard line. So the start to this second half for both teams. Hayes High's had 2 punts, and Liberals turn it over on downs on just 4 plays. So this time they'll have it at their own 14-yard line. Cotter gets the snap and will hand it off to his running back, and Hayes High right there to make the tackle. Liberal fans wanting a face mask. It was near the face mask on the tackle, but it looked like he grabbed on the shoulder pad. Tough angle to tell, but Hayes High able to get a tackle in the backfield to the 11-yard line against the back, number 21, Juarez.
4 yards on the play, 2nd and 14 for Liberal.
So bring up 2nd down and 14 for the Redskins from their own 10-yard line. Cotter will get the snap, 3-step drop, looking deep, trying to hit his target, Feezer. Kamani Jones on the defense, and Feezer makes the catch at the 40 to the 35-30, cuts back again to the 25-20, trying to outrun Lindenmeyer to the 10-5, and he breaks one last tackle and goes into the end zone for the touchdown. The second time tonight they send Feezer on the go route. He's able to complete. Cotter's able to complete the pass to Feezer, and Liberal's going to go in front with 6:40 to go here in the third quarter. That play was almost deja vu-ish of the one we saw earlier from Feezer on the go route against Kamani Jones, able to thread the needle and Cotter's able to complete the pass. He runs down the sideline, cuts back, and is able to outrun Hayes High's defenders. Almost the exact same play we saw the first time around. This time, instead of from 74 yards out, it's a 90-yard pass to the end zone. It'll be a 2-point conversion attempt. It'll be a screen pass, and they'll go up on the pass to number 2, Xavier Porras, and he goes into the end zone. So Liberal's going to go up 14-6 with 6:40 to go here in the third quarter, and we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Back here at Lewis Field Stadium after the 1-minute touchdown drive by Liberal. 2 plays and 86 yards, and they complete a 90-yard pass to cap off the drive as they'll kick it off, and Ian McGuire will field it at the 3-yard line. He'll go to the 10, 15, 20. The 25 gets the blocks down the sideline to the 30, 35, and will get tackled at the 38-yard line. He used the sideline to his advantage, and he got the blocks and was able to get a good return out of it. They'll mark it down at the 38-yard line, so that's where Hayes High will start trying to get something going on offense. Liberal had their big play for this second half, and we'll see what Hayes High can do after 2 punts on their first 2 drives. Hayes High will keep their traditional formation, 2 on the left, 1 on the right, and a standing tight end and Parker McGuire on the left side. Oldenman's lined up behind Carter Graham, and Graham gets the snap. We'll pass it to Braden Meckel and completes it to the 45. Meckel trying to get the first down, and he gets it to the 49-yard line. So Hayes High gets their 7th first down of the game. Meckel now up to 26 yards receiving, and Hayes High on the no huddle. We'll hand it off to Holden Lynn. He'll run to the outside and gets into Hayes High territory down to the 44-yard line. So that'll be listed as a 7-yard pickup for the back. Graham gets the snap and we'll hand it off to Holden Lynn on second down. And he's able to maneuver around a little bit with players surrounding him, and he gets down to the 40-yard line. And another first down for Hayes High on a 4-yard pickup. Hayes High will put trips on the left now, 1 receiver on the right. Almost got a Liberal player to jump. That was number 73, Tyron Holmes. But Hayes High's offensive line will get set now. And Graham gets the snap. Will keep it himself on a fake handoff to Holden Lynn. Jukes out a man at the 39-yard line. And he'll be brought down right there, so just a 1-yard pickup for the quarterback. Graham kind of took his time on that play, was waiting for the gaps to open up. And they just weren't there. And now I'll bring up second down and 9.
2nd and 9 for the Indians.
Exactly 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Hayes High with 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Liberal will play their linebackers back as Graham fakes the handoff, rolls to the left, and will try to find Jonathan Cano, and it goes through his hands, and it was almost picked off by the Redskins. Number 3, Max Holman, was behind Jonathan Cano as it went through his hands, and it actually hit him in the helmet, but he was just unable to pull it in. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 for Hayes High. Hayes High has converted 3 of their 7 third downs they've been faced with tonight. Graham gets the snap, looks, throws to the Hayes High sideline, and is able to find Jonathan Cano as he's trying to fight for the 1st down. Looks like he's just going to be short by a yard at the 31-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down for Hayes High. There's an 8-yard pickup for Hayes High as Graham is now up to 130 yards. And that's going to bring up 4th down for Hayes High as they just have 1 yard to go and they'll go for it. Hayes High fans waving their rally towels, trying to get the team into the game. Graham will go under center. Will take the snap on a QB sneak, and he is well past the line of scrimmage. He's actually getting pushed a little bit more up to the 25-yard line, so just needed 1 yard and is able to get 4 more along with it.
Number 10, Carter Graham carries for Hayes High.
He'll be marked down at the 25-yard line, but Hayes High gets the 1st down. That was the first 4th down Hayes High tried, or correction, that was the first 4th down Hayes High converted on tonight. Graham gets the snap, and we'll go on a reverse as Ian McGuire will get the pitch. As we'll go to the 25 to the 20, breaks the tackle to the 15 and gets pushed out of bounds at around the 12, but they're going to say he stepped out before that. Big pickup there for Hayes High, and it's another 1st down. Graham faked the handoff to Holden Lynn, who ran towards the right side, looked back behind him and pitched it to Ian McGuire, and he gets a huge pickup. Hayes High will have it at the 13-yard line. Graham fakes the handoff. Holden Lynn fell down, but Graham will roll towards the left side, and it's just a 1-yard pickup. See, Hayes High starting to get creative with their run game now, trying to make it look like they're going to their top running back, but instead Graham kept it that time, and then the play before that, Ian McGuire took it on the reverse. This time Graham will fake the handoff again. This time it's for a pass play. He's looking. Will look into the back left corner of the end zone, trying to hit Holden Lynn, and he finds him. Touchdown, Hayes High. With 3 minutes to go, they go within 2 points of Liberal as Carter Graham faked the handoff to Holden Lynn, threw it to him in the back left corner of the end zone, and Hayes High will trot out their special teams onto the field to try to make it a 1-point game. And it worked to their advantage that time. He hadn't really gone to Holden Lynn much on the passing game tonight, and that time he faked the handoff to him, and Liberal pretty much completely disregarded him as he used the Hayes High sideline, ran down it, and was open in the back left corner of the end zone. Carson Moore's out to attempt the extra point. This one a low kick, and this one is good. So Hayes High makes the score 13-14 with exactly 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter on a huge 12-yard pass play. And we'll see how Liberal responds when we come back. This is Hayes High football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Hello, we want to thank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Back here at Lewis Field Stadium after Hayes High ran a 3-minute and 40-second touchdown drive that was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown pass on the wheel route to Holden Lind. And so far all 4 touchdowns from either team have been passing, something we haven't really seen from either of them tonight, as they're predominantly run game on offense. As the kickoff for Carson Moore goes into the end zone, it will be a touchback, and a lot of fans wanted a flag as there was some shoving at the 30-yard line. So as Liberal leads the game by 1 point, they'll have it at the 20-yard line. On their last drive, it just took them 2 plays to score as they ran 86 yards after a loss of 4 and completed a 90-yard touchdown pass to number 4, James Feeser. Hayes High will now put Tanner Geist on the edge along with Tim McCautry. Send a man in motion for Liberal as Cotter gets the snap and will bobble it, but he's able to recover it, and actually it's his running back that gets it as he runs towards the left side trying to figure out who it is, but it will be a loss on the play. It'll be number 2, Xavier Porras, who got the carry, and he loses 2 yards on the play back to the 18-yard line. So Liberal avoids disaster on that play as the clock is at 2:38 to go in the third quarter. It's been a great defensive battle so far. Hayes High jumped out to a 6-0 lead early on, and then Liberal responds with a touchdown of their own to tie it up. And then at the first the first 3 drives in this second half were either a punt or a turnover on downs. So Liberal will have it 2nd and 12 from their own 18. Cotter will hand it off to his back Porras, who runs up the middle to the 22-yard line. And they're going to give him that extra yard at the 23-yard line. Jackson Chartier got in there and made the tackle. Porras now up to 27 yards after that carry. And Liberal is going to be faced with another 3rd down. Liberals only converted 1 time on 3rd down tonight. They've had 7 attempts tonight. They put twins on the left, bunched up together. 1 receiver on the far right sideline as they're on the left hash. Hayes High will bring the linebackers up, and there's going to be a penalty flag on the play, and that will be false start against Liberal. Hayes High was bringing their linebackers up with Wyatt Kirkpatrick it was actually Wyatt Kirkpatrick and Jackson Chartier that came up, and then it forced Liberal into a penalty, so it'll now be 3rd down and 12 on a 5-yard loss. So this time Liberal was originally 7 yards away from the 1st down marker. Now they're 12. Cotter, 3-step drop on the pass play, looking towards that right side, and is able to find his receiver, number 44, Xavier Tafoya. And it looks like he's actually going to be short by a yard. Both referees are marking him down at the 29-yard line. An 11-yard pickup. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 1 for Liberal. 1 for 3 for them on 4th down tonight, and they're actually going to bring out their punt team onto the field. Horacio Casas is on the field, and Hayes High looking like they're going to send Cooper Lindenmeyer back deep, but it looks like they're actually going to play it safe, anticipating the fake. This punt will go back high arching to the 30, and it's rolling back to the 20 to the 15. There to down it for Liberal is Alex Schwint. And it'll be down officially at the 13-yard line with 11 seconds to go here in the third quarter. As Hayes High sends their offense back onto the field after that last drive, where they went 10 plays and capped it off with a 12-yard touchdown pass to cut Liberal's lead down to 1. Looks like the 13-yard line is where they're going to mark it down. So we'll see what Hayes High can do this time around. They're 25 yards farther away from where they originally started their last drive. They're in the shotgun. Graham gets the snap. We'll go on a pass play on a screen pass to Jonathan Cano. Just a few yards to the 17-yard line, a 4-yard pickup. And as the clock is at 2 seconds, that will take us to the end of the third quarter. Hayes High scores a touchdown in that third quarter on a pass play, but it has been a great defensive battle as Liberal leads going into the final 12 minutes, 14-13, and we'll see how it concludes when we come back. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Back here at Lewis Field Stadium as we are ready to start the fourth quarter, and we'll take a look at some of the scores from around the state while the teams get set. Spring Hill leading Lewisburg 14-13. Andale on top of undefeated Heston 54-14. Beloit running away against Russell 40-0. And Silver Lake is on top of Council Grove 15-12. As Hayes High will start this drive from their own 17-yard line. It'll be a handoff to Holden Land, and he has not been able to find very many gaps tonight, as this one will be a loss of 2 back to the 15-yard line. So 3rd and 8 now for the Indians from their own 15-yard line. Actually, it looks like they're going to mark it down at the 16-yard line. They're going to say with forward progress, Holden Lynn was brought down for a 1-yard loss. So on a 3rd down play, Graham will fake the handoff, will load up downfield and overshoots his man, Jonathan Cano, as the ball goes over his head, and that's going to bring up 4th down for Hayes High. Hayes High started this game 3 for 6 on 3rd down, but they have failed on their last 3 conversion attempts. So it brings up 4th down. The Redskins will send their punt returner back deep, James Feeser. Carter Graham in the punt formation. It'll be a high kick up near the Liberal sideline. Just barely stays in bounds as it bounces at the 42-yard line, and they're going to mark it out at the 44. And now we get some whistles, and it's actually an injury back at the 8-yard line. It's a Liberal player. Can't quite make out who it is. Looks like number 21, Aiden Juarez, laying on the ground, definitely in pain. That would be a big loss for Liberal if he's unable to return. But with 11:17 to go, they're going to take a timeout on the field, and we will do the same, as Liberal will have the ball when we come back. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention to all you Hayes High basketball fans. The season is about to tip off, and we need you back in the stands cheering for our Hayes High Indians. As we hit the hardwood, we have some exciting games at home in December. Go ahead and mark your calendars for the Hayes City Shootout, where our varsity squad will face a competition right here at home. First on December 5th and 6th at 3 p.m., and then on December 7th as our finale at 10 a.m. But that's not all. The excitement continues on December 13th as the Hayes High Indians take on Junction City at 4:15 p.m. Let's pack the stands, show our school spirit, and bring support to our team as the season starts strong. Be there, bring your energy, and let's make this season unforgettable. Go Indians!
Back here at Lewis Field Stadium, we'll give you a quick update on the injury. It's number 21, Aiden Juarez, who was laying on his stomach back at the 8-yard line. It's very unclear what happened, but the medical staff wasted no time bringing out the gator. As they got the coaches and the medical staff surrounding him, like we said, very unclear what happened. The injury occurred when the punt went into the air for Hayes High. We just wanted to give you all a quick update. We will have our game back in a moment once they get the injury figured out, and we'll return in a moment. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention to all you Hayes High basketball fans. The season is about to tip off, and we need you back in the stands cheering for our Hayes High Indians. As we hit the hardwood, we have some exciting games at home in December. Go ahead and mark your calendars for the Hayes City Shootout, where our varsity squad will face a competition right here at home. First, on December 5th and 6th at 3 p.m., and then on December 7th is our finale at 10 a.m. But that's not all. The excitement continues on December 13th as the Hayes High Indians take on Junction City at 4:15 p.m. Let's pack the stands, show our school spirit, and bring support to our team as the season starts strong. Be there, bring your energy, and let's make this season unforgettable. Go Indians!
We welcome you back to Hayes High School, or to Lewis Field Stadium, as Hayes High is down 13-14 against Liberal. It's been a stoppage in play because of an injury on the running back for Liberal on the punt play. It's number 21, Aiden Juarez. It's been down for quite a moment. The whole stadium's silent at the moment, as the medical staff is still checking him out. He's surrounded by his coaches. It's very hard to tell what it is. But it looks like he's still laying on the ground as the officials and medical staff are surrounding him. Just not something you want to see in this part of the game, as competitive as it's been and what he's brought to the table for this game. He's been a key player for Liberal all season, 179 rush yards entering tonight's game, and is one of the many players for Liberal who has an offer from the Bethel Suite, or from Bethel College. So some of the medical staff are clearing out of the way. We can try and get a view on what it looks like from here. It's definitely an injury that's more serious. His parents are down there. They're holding his helmet for him, and just not something you want to see as they have got him on a board, and they're going to put him on the gator now, and we'll take him off the field. As Juarez receives a round of applause from the fans on both sides. And now his teammates are clearing the bench for Liberal, going to see him. Just not something you want to see here at the end of his senior season. We'll hope that he's okay. Like I said, they put him on the spine board. He was down for quite a bit. Very uncertain what it was that happened. It occurred back at the 8-yard line near where the punt occurred. And now Liberal will return to their sideline as they wait for the medical gator to leave the field. Liberal's going to come back to their sideline, and it looks like we're going to have to take another timeout, and we will do just that. We'll see how it'll be Liberal on offense on 1st and 10 from the Hayes High 47-yard line when we come back. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%.
So it'll be Liberal ball from the Hayes High 47-yard line. They just got Aiden Juarez off the field. Again, praying for him and just hoping for the best for him after that injury. He was on the field for a while, but now Liberal will get the snap for Tevin Cotter, and it'll be a handoff up the middle. Hayes High meeting him right away as Tanner Geist there to make the tackle at the 48-yard line. Getting the handoff was Paras. Dalton Myers also in there getting credit for the tackle along with Tanner. And that'll bring up 2nd and 11 for Liberal. They'll now list it as a loss of 2 back to the 49-yard line. So Cotter will take the snap, fake the handoff, has to roll to his left to escape the pressure, gets a block going to the 45 and trying to get to the 40-yard line, and a big hit there by Hayes High as it looked like Jace Myers getting in there and making the tackle. Or actually, it was number 22, Dalton Myers, making the tackle that time. So it'll be a 7-yard pickup for the quarterback, Cotter.
With 6 yards to go, it's 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd down from the 42-yard line. Cotter will get the snap, and he hands it off, and Hayes High's defense is right there to make the tackle. Tanner Geist and Tim McCautry there to get the stop. All the way back to the 45-yard line, and Hayes High's defense is going to make a stand on 3rd down, holding Liberal for the 8th time tonight on 3rd down. It was Paras who got the handoff, and it's a loss of 3, and they're going to trot out Casas to send the ball downfield with 9:27 to go here in the 4th quarter. Last year, the game between these two teams was all offenses. The punt is bobbled. Casas will have to keep it and run with it as he gets to the 47-yard line. He is not going to be even close to the 1st down as Hayes High will get great field position. Casas bobbled the punt and just had to run with it. He's able to get to the 47-yard line. And that's actually a loss of 2. So Hayes High will get great field position, starting from the same spot that Liberal did on that last drive. It'll be Holden Lynn in the backfield with Carter Graham. They'll put Parker McGuire on the right side of the line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Liberals playing their linebackers back. Graham will hand it off to Holden Lynn. He'll run up the middle of the 45, trying to break that last tackle, but he'll get tackled at the legs to the 42-yard line. 11 yards on the carry for the back, his biggest run of the night.
11 yards,
Just what Hayes High needed to get a spark going. We'll keep that same formation, 8:56 to go here in the fourth quarter. Graham gets the snap, hands it off to Holden Lynn. Waiting for some blocks and will be brought down at the 40-yard line as a penalty flag gets thrown in and lands on one of the linemen for Hayes High in that pile. And we'll see what this one is. It's going to be holding against Hayes High. So instead of 1st and 10, it's now going to be 1st and 20 for the Indians. Or correction, 1st and 18. They will put it at midfield. Hayes High looking to the sideline to get their play call.
1st and 18 for the Indians.
They'll come out of the huddle and send 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. DB's playing back about 7 yards as Graham hands it off to Holden Lynn as he'll run to the outside, pass midfield to the 45, breaks a tackle to the 40, trying to break through another defender down to the 35-yard line, and a big pickup to make up for those yards lost on the penalty. We'll see what they decide to mark him down. They'll say at the 35-yard line, so a 15-yard pickup for Holden Lynn. 62 yards for him as his last 2 have gone for 26. Second down and 3 for Hayes High. They need the 32-yard line. So we're about 7, as it's 7:42 to go here in the fourth quarter. Graham gets the snap, hands it off to Ian McGuire, waiting for some blocks, runs up the middle to the 30, and will go down at the 29-yard line. I think they're going to mark him 1 yard back at the 30-yard line, but either way, that's going to be a first down for Hayes High. It'll be a 5-yard pickup in the 11th first down of the game for Hayes High. It'll be a run for Hayes High here. Holden Lynn will get it. He gets 2 yards on the play.
He's tackled by number 50, Jude Durant. Going to be yard on the play, 2nd down and 9.
1 yard gain for Holden Lynn there for Hayes High. 61 yards for him on the night. It's Hayes High trying to get a score here and take the lead. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Graham takes the snap, pump fakes to the right, and now will throw to the right, loading deep downfield for Jonathan Cano, makes the catch at the end zone, touchdown, Hayes High with 6:40 to go here in the game. Carter Graham made a pump fake towards the right side, looks into the end zone, finds Jonathan Cano for the 2nd time tonight, and Hayes High's up 19-14 against Liberal with 6:40 to go in the game. It's a 29-yard pass, the biggest one of the night for Carter Graham. And with that pass, he has now surpassed his season high this season, where he had 169 against Manhattan. That completed pass brings him up to 175 yards as he'll try the 2-point conversion. Pitches it to Holden Lynn. I don't think he got it. They're going to mark him down at the 1 yard line. But either way, Hayes High in front by 5 against Liberal with 6:40 to go. And we'll see how the Redskins respond when we come back. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and back here at Lewis Field Stadium as Hayes High takes the lead back 19-14 against Liberal with 6:40 to go here in the game. That last drive, 2 minutes and 32 seconds for Hayes High, 5 plays, and was capped off by a 29-yard touchdown pass from Carter Graham to Jonathan Cano. The second time those two have connected tonight, and what a night they're both having. Carter Graham, new season high in passing, 175 yards on the night with 2 touchdowns, and Jonathan Cano has caught two touchdown passes. And Carter Graham has 3 passing touchdowns, and Jonathan Cano has 2 receiving touchdowns with 115 yards. As this kick goes back to the 2-yard line, is fielded by number 2 Porras. Going to the 15 to the 20, gets hit hard at the 21-yard line, and that's exactly where he'll be marked down to start this drive for Liberal. So Liberal will go back onto the field, led by their quarterback, Tevin Cotter. Great game tonight from both teams. Defensive battle, and then when both teams have had to strike, they have done so. Neither team tonight is entered as a pass-dominant team, but tonight that's what it's all been. Tevin Cotter, 211 yards passing. Carter Graham, 175. Liberal will send 2 to the right, 1 to the left on the right hash. There'll be a snap and a handoff. They'll run up the middle to the 23-yard line. Not sure who the back was that had the carry. And they're going to say it looked like it was number 2, Xavier Porras, who had the carry. So a 3-yard pickup for the Redskins to the 24-yard line. Porras just 25 yards carrying tonight on 15 carries. Cotter gets the snap, fakes the handoff, looks towards the Liberal sideline, and completes the pass to his receiver, Anthony Aragones. And that's going to be enough for a Liberal first down, their 5th of the game. It's an 11-yard pickup. First time Cotter is connected with Aragones tonight. Now Liberal trying to run down the field. It's a handoff up the middle, and it's a loss of 1 back to the 30. No, they're going to give him forward progress. No gain to the 35 as Porras had the carry again. 5:30 to go here in the 4th quarter. Liberal will make a substitution and take Porras out of the game. And now they'll make another one as Mal Calderon will come into the game as well. Liberal will now go in the shotgun with a standing tight end playing a little bit behind the line. It's a handoff and a run to the left side is number 44, Xavier Tafoya. So he runs it to the 37-yard line. Will they mark him down? It's a 2-yard pickup. Now that's going to bring up 3rd down. Just the 3rd carry of the night for Tafoya as he has 5 yards so far, and now Liberals faced with their 10th 3rd down conversion attempt of the night. Cotter gets the snap. It's a handoff. Once again, it's a run by Tafoya as he's trying to find the gaps, but he's unable to get the yardage as he goes to the 38-yard line, just 1 yard on that carry. So now we're going to get a timeout, and it's going to be Liberal who calls it with 4:20 to go here in the 4th quarter as they're faced with a 4th down and 7 yards to go situation. And we'll step away as they talk things over. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Attention to all you Hayes High basketball fans. The season is about to tip off, and we need you back in the stands cheering for our Hayes High Indians. As we hit the hardwood, we have some exciting games at home in December. Go ahead and mark your calendars for the Hayes City Shootout, where our varsity squad will face a competition right here at home. First, on December 5th and 6th at 3 p.m., and then on December 7th is our finale at
Back here at Lewis Field Stadium, it looks like Liberal will keep their offense on the field as they have 7 yards to go to get the first down marker on 4th down. They'll send a man in motion from left to right. Hayes High bringing the linebackers up. Cotter gets the snap, getting pressured, and will throw towards the Liberal sideline. And Johnny Rigler steps up and deflects the pass, and it's a turnover on downs. Hayes High will take over at the 38-yard line. A big stop with 4:15 to go. And Carter Graham and his offense will come back onto the field. So Hayes High with great field position, just 38 yards away from the end zone. Graham gets the snap and will hand it off on a run up the middle. Holden Lynn on the carry. He's able to get 2 yards as he dragged a couple of defenders along with him. He'll be marked down at the 36-yard line. That was Lynn's 23rd carry of the night as he gets 2 yards. 3:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. Hayes High just trying to control the clock and keep Liberal out of the game. Put trips on the left. Graham will fake the handoff to Holden Lynn, waiting for some gaps to open on a run play. And they close up right away. Is this one loss of 1 for Hayes High back to the 37-yard line. And the Indians will be faced with a 4th down.
Looking on the play, 3rd and 9.
Third down and 9 yards to go for the Indians. They have failed on their last 3 third down conversion attempts as we're within the 3-minute mark of tonight's game. Graham gets the snap, rolls to the left, looking, getting pressured, and it's a strip sack as the Redskins will scoop it up, and it's number 9 getting it, Landon Martinez, and he's going to take it all the way back to the 5, and Liberal back in front 20-19 with 2:41 to go in the game. Graham was looking towards that left side and just did not see Martinez coming. And now Liberals up by 1 with 2:41 to go. So Horacio Casas will head onto the field. Actually, correction, he is not on the field. It looks like Liberal's going to go for it, or go for 2 to try to make their lead 3. As they wait to get the ball set. It was the right call by Liberal. Hayes High's kicker Carson Moore has some legs, so if they kick the field goal, it's a 2-point game, and then Hayes High can just run it down and get in field goal range, but Liberal will go for it. There's the snap to Cotter. He'll roll towards the right side and will keep it himself. And Hayes High's got 2 players there. Tanner Geis was one of them that stepped in, and Wyatt Kirkpatrick was the other one. So this 2-point conversion for Liberal is no good. And with 2:41 to go, though, they do take the lead 20-19. But we'll see how Hayes High can respond when we come back. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Back here at Lewis Field Stadium after Liberal took the lead on a scoop and score with 2:41 to go here in the game. They did fail on the two-point conversion. So from the 40-yard line, we'll see how far Liberal kicks it and then see what Hayes High can make out of this. It looks like once again for 2 years in a row, Hayes High's matchup against Liberal is going to come down to a game-winning play. We'll just see who wants it more. Last year it was a 4th and goal stop by the Indians. And they'll run up and send the kick downfield. Ian McGuire takes it at the 5 to the 10, and will go to the 20 down the sideline. Gets past to the 30. I think they're going to mark him down at the 32, and that's exactly where he will start. So Hayes High 68 yards away from the end zone, 155 seconds to go. We'll see who wants it more tonight, folks. Hayes High will go twins to the left, or actually twins on both sides as they're in the shotgun with Holden Lynn on the left side of Graham. Liberal still getting their defensive lineman in order. They finally do. Graham gets the snap. We'll go a screen pass towards that right side as it's Jonathan Cano who makes the catch. It's actually a curl route that he's able to get to the 42-yard line. That should be enough for a first down. And they do tell this, and they will move the chain. So Hayes High gets the first down. On the 42-yard line, Graham hands it off to Holden Lynn, and he'll lose yardage back to the 40-yard line. Two-yard loss for the Indians, and now they're going to be faced with a 2nd and 12. Exactly 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Graham gets the snap, looks, will throw over the middle, finds Braden Meckel. Oh, he drops it at the 45-yard line. He had it wide open on the curl route, and he just couldn't hold on to it. So now Hayes High faced with a 3rd and 12. They failed on their last 4 third down conversion attempts. And now they're faced with their biggest one of the night. They'll stay with twins on both sides and will remain in the shotgun, and now we're going to get some whistles and a timeout called by Liberal. Their second one of this half, and we'll step away as they talk things over. Again, Liberal leads 20-19 with 1:56 to go in the fourth quarter. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention to all you Hayes High basketball fans. The season is about to tip off, and we need you back in the stands cheering for our Hayes High Indians. As we hit the hardwood, we have some exciting games at home in December. Go ahead and mark your calendars for the Hayes City Shootout, where our varsity squad will face a competition right here at home. First on December 5th and 6th at 3 p.m., and then on December 7th as our finale at 10 a.m. But that's not all. The excitement continues on December 13th as the Hayes High Indians take on Junction City at 4:15 p.m. Let's pack the stands, show our school spirit, and bring support to our team as the season starts strong. Be there, bring your energy, and let's make this season unforgettable. Go Indians.
Following the Liberal timeout, it's 3rd and 12 Indians from their own 40-yard line. We'll keep that same formation before the timeout was called. Twins on both sides. Graham gets the snap, looks, and will throw it to Braden Meckel. He's getting grabbed and will get it to the 47-yard line. Some Hayes High fans wanted a holding call, but they're not going to get it. 7-yard completed pass. Now it's going to be 4th down and 5 yards to go for Hayes High. Trips to the left as Graham makes the handoff. Looking towards the Hayes High sideline, trying to find Jonathan Cano, but shoots it too far out of bounds, and that's going to be a turnover on downs for Hayes High. Just out of the reach of Jonathan Cano, and Liberal's going to take over at the 47-yard line. So 84 seconds to go in the game. Hayes High does have all 3 of their timeouts, so they got to call it whenever they get the stop. Liberal will bunch up their guys on the line. Hayes High showing blitz from the linebackers. Cotter gets the snap, and it's a handoff to the running back number 2, Porras. It's a 3-yard pickup to the 44-yard line, and just as you'd expect, you hear the whistle, and Hayes High's going to call timeout. And also, we got a player down for Hayes High as well. Can't tell who it is. It looks like it's Tanner Geist. Not sure exactly, but it's near where the nose guard position is. But we'll step away for the timeout, and we'll let you know who that injury is when we come back. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention to all you Hayes High basketball fans. The season is about to tip off, and we need you back in the stands cheering for our Hayes High Indians. As we hit the hardwood, we have some exciting games at home in December. Go ahead and mark your calendars for the Hayes City Shootout, where our varsity squad will face a competition right here at home. First, on December 5th and 6th at 3 p.m., and then on December 7th is our finale at 10 a.m. But that's not all. The excitement continues on December 13th as the Hayes High Indians take on Junction City at 4:15 p.m. Let's pack the stands, show our school spirit, and bring support to our team as the season starts strong. Be there, bring your energy, and let's make this season unforgettable. Go Indians!
So following the timeout, Liberal will have it 2nd and 7 from their own from the Hayes High 44-yard line. That injury was Tanner Geist for Hayes High, able to walk off at his own strength. Cotter will get the snap, and it'll be a handoff to his back, Porras. Hayes High's got their linebackers there to meet him at the 43-yard line. So just 1 yard on the carry, and they're going to be 6 yards shy of the first down marker, and Hayes High is going to have to take another timeout. So we'll step away once again. Or actually, we'll take a look at some scores from around the state, courtesy of Scores in Kansas. Some final scores: notable game in 8-man football. Axtell defeats Frankfurt in a blowout, 76-30. Baser Linwood defeats Lansing 45-14, bouncing back from their loss to Seaman a week ago. Phillipsburg gets a win over Minneapolis, 36-21. Southeast of Saline goes undefeated in the regular season, beating Ellsworth 44-8. Bueller defeats McPherson 28-21. Garden Plain defeats Clearwater 35-7, and Junction City shuts out Emporia to win by a final score of 38-0. Derby defeats Bishop Carroll 51-7, and Spring Hill spoils Lewisburg's shot at an undefeated season with a 14-13 win in that game. And the last one we'll take a look at is in another game in 8-man. Lacrosse defeats Nest City by a final score of 54-8. So they'll come out of the timeout. If Liberal gets the first down here, it's likely game over, as there's a minute 13 to go, and Hayes High only has one timeout. Liberal needs 6 yards for the first down. Hayes High will put three up front with Tim McCautry, Alex Loving, and Jack Zeller. They'll bring the linebackers up and shift the line over to the left. Cotter gets the snap, hands off to his back, and he spins off one tackler, but Hayes High meets him in the backfield back to the 46-yard line. And the timeout gets called. And we'll step away for that, as Hayes High able to force a 3-and-out on Liberal, and the Indians will get the ball back with 69 seconds to go. So we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Back here at Lewis Field Stadium after Hayside called their final timeout after forcing a 3-and-out on Liberal, and the Redskins will now send out their punter Horacio Casas to send it downfield to number 2 Jonathan Cano. 1:09 on the clock as Casas is waiting for the snap. He bobbled the last one and had to just run with it. Hayside tried blocking this one. They almost got to it. This one will take a bounce at the 15, and Cano will actually field it. Looked like it was about to go into the end zone, and Cano's going to be brought down at about the 7-yard line. So Hayes High will have 58 seconds to try to run down the field and get the win as they trail by 1. From the 7-yard line, Hayes High, like I said, Hayes High needs to go 93 yards to get the win. They at least need to get in field goal range. But they only have 58 seconds and no timeouts. Graham takes the snap, looking, trying to find someone to throw to. Tries to hit his target, Ian McGuire, but just overshoots him. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Graham 18 for 32 on the night. He's thrown for 192 yards, which is a new season high. Now it's 2nd and 10 with 54 seconds to go. Everyone in the stadium on their feet. Graham gets a snap, 3-step drop. Looking, has a lane in front of him, and it breaks down right away. And he tried hitting Ian McGuire, who had to jump up to make the pass, but he got hit as the ball was getting to him, and that's going to fall incomplete. So Hayes High will be faced with 3rd down for the 11th time tonight. They failed on their last 4 conversion attempts, and now they only got 48 seconds to run down the field. Graham gets the snap, looks, look towards the sideline and find Jonathan Cano, who bobbled it, but it looks like they're going to give him the catch at the 15-yard line. Only 8 yards on the play. So this is what it's all going to come down to, 4th down and 2 for Hayes High. Send trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Graham gets a snap, looking towards that right sideline for Jonathan Cano, and he makes the catch at the 21-yard line. Or actually, they're going to mark him down at the 20-yard line instead. But either way, Hayes High converts on 4th down once again. Hayes High will go with that formation that they've been running tonight. 4 receivers on the left side. Graham all by himself in the backfield. He gets the snap, looking downfield, trying to hit Jonathan Cano. Try to hit him, and a penalty flag flies in. They're going to get number 3, Max Holman, for pass interference on Jonathan Cano as he ran in on the post route, and Hayes High is going to get 15 free yards out of it. So they will call pass interference against Liberal. And Hayes High has 36 seconds to run it down and score, but they're going to get some help with this penalty. So Hayes High will have it at the 35-yard line with 36 seconds to go. In the shotgun formation. Now we're going to get a whistle and a timeout called by Liberal. It's their final one, so now neither team has a timeout with 36 seconds to go, and we're going to step away as they talk things over. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention to all you Hayes High basketball fans. The season is about to tip off, and we need you back in the stands cheering for our Hayes High Indians. As we hit the hardwood, we have some exciting games at home in December. Go ahead and mark your calendars for the Hayes City Shootout, where our varsity squad will face a competition right here at home. First on December 5th and 6th at 3 p.m., and then on December 7th as our finale at 10 a.m. But that's not all. The excitement continues on December 13th as the Hayes High Indians take on Junction City at 4:15 p.m. Let's pack the stands, show our school spirit, and bring support to our team as the season starts strong. Be there, bring your energy, and let's make this season unforgettable. Go Indians!
Following the Liberal timeout, Hayes High will have it 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line after a pass interference call was called against the defense for Liberal on number 3, Max Holman. Hayes High will put 2 on the left, or twins on both sides, excuse me. In the shotgun, Graham takes the snap. 3-step drop, has great protection. Looking, and will fire over the middle. Trying to hit Holden Lynn, but just overshoots him. Holden Lynn had his defender beat. That probably would have actually been a touchdown if he connected on it. But that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 now for Hayes High. .32 seconds on the clock. Hayes High keeping the same formation. Liberal playing their DBs and linebackers back a little further. They only have one safety back, so they're trying to get a blitz and force Graham to make a mistake. As he rolls to the left, looking, pump fakes, and now will roll back to the right, and will throw the ball and finds Jonathan Cano right open at the 48-yard line. He did not get out of bounds, but the clock will stop to reset the chains. So a 13-yard pickup for Hayes High. 20 seconds on the clock. It's still running. Hayes High still needs 52 yards to reach the end zone. And Graham tried hitting Jonathan Cano once again, but that one batted away by the defense for Liberal. Hayes High will now put trips on the left side. Liberal playing their DBs back very far. Graham pump fakes, looks, trying to hit Jonathan Cano deep down to the 20-yard line. And this one almost picked off by the Liberal DB at the 10-yard line. It was number 8, Aiden Amador. And now Hayes High going to be faced with a 3rd and 10. Indians still 52 yards away from the end zone, but now there's just 9 seconds left. So at this point, you got to try and find the end zone on a Hail Mary. Everyone in the stadium on their feet as Hayes High trying to pull off a miracle. We'll go in the shotgun with trips to the left. All 5 defenders for the Redskins are at least 15 yards back as Graham will pump and will run towards the left side. Will have to run the ball as he keeps it. He's past the line of scrimmage, and the penalty flag will come in as it's an incomplete pass, and the clock is all zeros. The penalty flag will be for a legal forward pass, but it's not going to matter as there's all zeros on the clock. We'll see if there's 1 second left or not, but the refs are going to discuss it. Hayes High's lining up, but Liberal isn't, and they're going to disregard the penalty, and it's game over. Liberal able to come into Lewis Field Stadium and get the win over Hayes High by a final score of 20-19, as the Redskins will improve to 6-2 on the year, and Hayes High will finish the regular season with a record of 4-4. So we'll have our post-game show coverage when we come back, as we'll take a look at the game recap, some final numbers, and also some scores from around the state as well. So we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secured. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello, we want to thank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Back here at Lewis Field Stadium on the postgame show as Hayes High falls to Liberal on Senior Day by a final score of 20-19. And we'll start off our postgame show by taking a look at the recap of tonight's game. Liberal got the ball first and had a very long 9-play drive, but ended up turning it over on downs. And then Hayes High would do the same thing 7 plays later. Liberal would then go 3 and out with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter after their quarterback Tevin Cotter got sacked for a loss of 1. Hayes High would then respond by running six plays down the field, and it was capped off by a 5-yard touchdown pass from Carter Graham to Jonathan Cano. Liberal would then go 3 and out once again, and Hayes High had an opportunity to add on to their lead, but they got down to the 28-yard line, to the Liberal 28-yard line, and would turn the ball over on downs. Liberal then responded by getting seven plays and moving the ball 14. Or they moved the ball 14 yards down the field, but would end up punting it shortly after, and Hayes High would do the same in the exact same amount of plays. And then Liberal would respond 1 play later with 1:39 to go in the first quarter, or in the first half, excuse me, with a 74-yard pass from Tevin Cotter to James Feeser. Hayes High would then just run 4 plays at the end of that first half, and they would then get the ball again to start the second half, but they would end up punting on their first drive, and Liberal turned it over on downs on 4 plays, and Hayes High punted the ball again, but Liberal would lose 4 yards on a run play on their first play of their next drive, and then a 90-yard pass was completed from number 4 from Tevin Cotter to number 4 James Feeser for the second time tonight that those two connected. Hayes High then ran a long drive that lasted 10 plays over a course of a little under 4 minutes, and was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown pass from Carter Graham to Holden Lynn. Liberal then punted on their next drive on a 3 and out, and Hayes High did the same. Liberal turned it over on downs on 4 straight run plays they were unable to convert. And Hayes High would then respond with a big touchdown by number 2 Jonathan Cano on a 29-yard pass. And Liberal turned it over on downs on their next position from their own 38-yard line, but then all the momentum shifted after Hayes High had 2 plays on their drive. Carter Graham would get sacked and get the ball stripped away from him, and Liberal would get a 63-yard scoop and score by number 9 Landon Martinez. And Hayes High had the opportunity to fight back, but they turned the ball over on downs, and then they forced Liberal to a 3 and out, giving them one last opportunity to come back and potentially win the game. But they got to midfield and had Carter Graham passed the line of scrimmage, which made it a illegal forward pass penalty, but they disregarded it because the clock was all zeros, and Liberal went on to win by a final score of 20-19. So we'll have our individual and team numbers when we come back, and then take a look at some scores around the state as well. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention to all you Hayes High basketball fans. The season is about to tip off, and we need you back in the stands cheering for our Hayes High Indians. As we hit the hardwood, we have some exciting games at home in December. Go ahead and mark your calendars for the Hayes City Shootout, where our varsity squad will face a competition right here at home. First on December 5th and 6th at 3 p.m., and then on December 7th as our finale at 10 a.m. But that's not all. The excitement continues on December 13th as the Hayes High Indians take on Junction City at 4:15 p.m. Let's pack the stands, show our school spirit, and bring support to our team as the season starts strong. Be there, bring your energy, and let's make this season unforgettable. Go Indians!
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Back here at Lewis Field Stadium on the postgame show as Hayes High falls on senior night against Liberal by a final score of 20-19, and we'll now take a look at our individual and team numbers. Starting off with Hayes High's passing, Carter Graham had a career night, 218 yards passing with 3 touchdowns, and his top target tonight was Jonathan Cano, who caught 2 of those, as he had 10 receptions for 153 yards, and behind them, Braden Meckel had 33 receptions for 4 yards. And Holden Lynn caught one of the touchdown passes on his 3 receptions. He had 8 yards altogether there. Holden Lynn also carried the ball 24 times for Hayes High tonight. As we look at the rushing stats, he had 61 yards there. And Ian McGuire had 5 carries for a total of 28 yards. And Carter Graham finished with 45 yards on 8 carries. Looking at the Redskins, Tevin Cotter went 8 for 11 passing for 222 yards, as well as 2 touchdowns, both of those going to his top target, number 4, James Feeser, as he caught 2 passes for 91 yards. Number 6 for the Redskins, Anthony Aragones, had 2 receptions for just 1 reception, and it went for 11 yards. And so did Xavier Tafoya. And rounding it out for them is number 1, Ismail Caldron, who had 2 receptions for 16 yards. Now looking over at the rushing stats for Liberal, Xavier Porras had 19 carries for 26 yards. Xavier Tafoya finished with 4 carries for just 6 yards. Tevin Cotter had 4 carries as well, but his went for 7 yards. And rounding it out with number 21, Aiden Juarez, he had 4 carries for just 9 yards. So overall, Hayes High had 134 rush yards and 218 pass yards, giving them 352 yards on the night. And Liberal finished with just 48 rush yards and 222 pass yards, giving them 270 total yards there. And those are our final numbers for tonight's game, and when we come back, we will take a look at some of the final scores in the 5A West, and and then we'll sign off after that. This is Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention to all you Hayes High basketball fans. The season is about to tip off, and we need you back in the stands cheering for our Hayes High Indians. As we hit the hardwood, we have some exciting games at home in December. Go ahead and mark your calendars for the Hayes City Shootout, where our varsity squad will face a competition right here at home. First, on December 5th and 6th at 3 p.m., and then on December 7th as our finale at 10 a.m. But that's not all. The excitement continues on December 13th as the Hayes High Indians take on Junction City at 4:15 p.m. Let's pack the stands, show our school spirit, and bring support to our team as the season starts strong. Be there, bring your energy, and let's make this season unforgettable. Go Indians!
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention to all you Hayes High basketball fans. The season is about to tip off, and we need you back in the stands cheering for our Hayes High Indians. As we hit the hardwood, we have some exciting games at home in December. Go ahead and mark your calendars for the Hayes City Shootout, where our varsity squad will face a competition right here at home. First, on December 5th and 6th at 3 p.m., and then on December 7th as our finale at 10 a.m. But that's not all. The excitement continues on December 13th as the Hayes High Indians take on Junction City at 4:15 p.m. Let's pack the stands, show our school spirit, and bring support to our team as the season starts strong. Be there, bring your energy, and let's make this season unforgettable. Go Indians!
Back here at Lewis Field Stadium on the postgame show again, Liberal wins tonight by a final score of 20-19, and we'll now take a look at some of the final scores from around the state. Some of these games are still in progress, or they're just not up to date at the moment. First, looking off in the WAC, Great Bend leads Garden City 42-0 in the third quarter, and Dodge winning on the road against Wichita East by a score of 14-7. That one is at the end of the third quarter. Andover Central defeats their rival Andover 31-13. And TMP and Plainville's a game still in progress as Plainville leads in the fourth quarter 21-14. Salina Central leads Goddard at the end of the third quarter 39-18. Derby defeated Bishop Carroll tonight by a final score of 51-7, giving Derby a perfect season tonight, or a perfect regular season tonight. DeSoto defeats Topeka Seaman 42-28. Hutchinson leads Mays South 35-20 as of the end of the third quarter in that game. Valley Center leads Hayesville Campus 37-2 in the fourth quarter. Arkansas City defeated Newton tonight by a final score of 26-0. Mays defeated Salina South 57-0. Kansas City Piper goes on the road and gets their third win of the season over Topeka West 58-21. Junction City wins at Emporia tonight by a final score of 38-0. Spring Hill foils Lewisburg's perfect regular season and defeats the number one ranked team in 4A by a final score of 14-13. And rounding it out, Mill Valley finishes the regular season with a record of 7-1, making them undefeated against teams from Kansas this year, as they defeat Olathe East tonight by a final score of 48-17. But that's going to wrap it up for tonight's broadcast. Again, Hayes High falls to Liberal by a final score of 20-19, so Hayes High will be on the road next week. Not sure exactly where they will be playing. They're likely going to be in the 9, 10, 11 range for their seeding, but we'll see when the bracket comes out tomorrow where Hayes High ends up. But again, Hayes High finishes the regular season with a record of 4-4, and we want to thank you all for tuning in to tonight's game. I'm Hank Corsair. This has been Hayes High Football on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We will see you all next time.